it only makes sense for me to declare war on you. That's right, we're going to war with her. She looks a little bit upset by it now. However, the men in the background still absolutely love us with some kind of deranged-infested glee. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. But of course, as you've probably come to realize, I am the most British person alive, which means I cannot play games in a perfectly normal way. No, instead, I like to play games in a perfectly balanced way. And today's balancing factor will be me desecrating the sacred sanctity of this game's AI trading system so as to completely and utterly destroy any balance that this game had. That's right, welcome back to Bannerlord, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love this game. It's really good fun. However, today I'm going to be pulling off an exploit which you can pull off right at the start of the game to destroy any balance you had. You see, a few of you might remember that a long while ago I exploited Bannerlord for infinite money by breaking the trading mechanics, but more importantly, becoming such a high-level trader that I could get the AIs to sell their castles to me for free. In fact, they'd even pay me to take away their castles. Now, the developers knew that this wasn't a good feature to have in their game, so they patched it by overhauling the way diplomacy works so that it's much more fair and balanced. However, something's gone wrong. Because naturally, it's the exploiter's rule of thumb that if the developers try and fix an issue, they add in another issue to replace it. And that's exactly what they've done here today, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you're sat back, relaxed, you have a nice warm cup of tea in hand, because I'm about to become the greatest scammer in the known universe. So naturally, we need to pick our character's culture. We're going to go for the Empire, because if there's one thing that I know, it's that being a loyal citizen of the Empire is the fastest way to a steady and constant supply of tea. Oh, and here it comes, the lovely character creator, my goodness. Now, this is truly one of the greatest character creators of all time. But today, we need to create a character which befits our lovely game in the way that our character is, of course, going to be scamming every single other character that we run into. So, let us create the ultimate scam man. Well, instead of actually creating a human being, I've just created Jerry the Goblin, it would seem. Now, Jerry the Goblin is, unlike everyone else in the world of Calradia, not a human being, and is in fact a conniving gnoblin whose one purpose in life is to generate as much wealth as possible by scamming everyone. The best thing about Jerry is that he's a master of deception, so even though outwardly he appears to be relatively human, he is in fact very much not human. Oh my goodness, I just love the fact that the game tries to render what your family looks like. Yep, there's Jerry's dad. Now, of course, Jerry's family were urban merchants who were great at making money. When Jerry was just a wee baby goblin, he was very good when it came to his way with people. He spent most of his childhood in the markets, getting nice and social and very good at charming people. And then in his youth, he stood with the garrisons as a defensive person. In his adulthood, of course, he was very famed for treating people well. Everyone loves him. And then when it came to running away from the bandit camp which just captured us, Jerry the Goblin personally organized a breakout, meaning we're going to be entering into the world of Calradia with the most points in social that I could actually manage. So there we have it, we're playing as Jerry the Goblin. Now, of course, when it comes to difficulty, we'll be setting everything to the highest difficulty possible, and let's throw ourselves into this wonderful world. Now, Jerry is going to start out the game with literally nothing in a very difficult world where he will struggle to survive, let alone even lead men into battle. Now, here's Jerry's brother, apparently Nephanos, evidently didn't follow the goblin naming scheme. Now, what we're going to do is just basically tell him that we're not going to do the tutorial. We have no need to do the tutorial, because when you have exploits, why would you need to follow the main storyline of the game? You can just do whatever you like. Now, we of course have to select our family name, which is going to be the family name of Goblin. And when it comes to our flag standards, we will of course go for this very unique shape here. No, it is meant to look like a shield, but really it just looks like you've put a bum on a flag. So yeah, we're just going to put a bum on a flag and people are going to love it. There we go, pink bum on a flag. That's what our men will be charging into battle behind. Although actually I say that, this is going to be entirely a pacifist run, because who needs to actually do combat in this game? Now, we start out the game with so much charm, in fact, that we're at level 50 charm, meaning we can pick up a few bonuses. Number one, we can pick up diplomacy, meaning we have an increased ability when it comes to bartering, and at the same time we'll gain show your scars so that we gain increased renown from battles. Now, our party literally just consists of Jerry and nothing else, and with our 1000 gold, some would say that we're not in exactly a perfect place to prosper. However, everything's about to change, because right here is Temian. Now, Temian is a local lord. I've no idea what he owns, but I guess we can find out. Okay, Temian actually owns no land. He is simply just a random vassal lord running around with men. Now, Temian is very special because he is a noble who we can have interactions with. He's a representative of the Southern Empire, meaning attacking Temian is the same as attacking the Southern Empire. Now Temien doesn't know us, of course, so we have a neutral relation with him of just a simple +2, and now he apologizes by of course not allowing us to come too close because he doesn't know who we are. Now of course we'll be saying to him that they know me as Jerry, mark it down, you'll be hearing of it a lot because we are going to become very famous. Now Temien here leads an army of about 90 men. We lead an army of a single Jerry. In terms of actual combat, if we were to have these two armies fight, there's quite a high chance that I probably couldn't solo 90 men at once. However, it turns out that the AI doesn't think that way, as what we're going to do is do something absolutely incredible. We're going to go to Temien here and say, hey, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. He says, what do we have to say? Now what we're going to say to Temien is actually that we're here to deliver our demands. He's going to say, what do you want? And we're going to say, I offer you one chance to surrender or die. Now Temien here is of course asking if we're mad because we're of course not his enemy, and we're going to say, yes, I repeat, yield or fight. This is very interesting because it means in the bottom left you can see that Regia here has just declared war on the goblin, whatever that means. And Temien here says, okay, so we fight then. This brings us to the menu where Jerry, with his one man, attacks the 81 strong party of Temien's army consisting of 8 cavalry, 42 infantry and 31 ranged units. Now we have two options, to attack or to leave. Because we are the offensive force here, we do get the opportunity to leave, and so that's what we're going to do. So we're now at war with the Southern Empire. The game is effectively over. We are one man walking around the countryside who will be immediately ganked by faster moving units of cavalry at any moment. And so we must do what any logical leader of the goblin family would do, and that is sue for peace. So we're going to talk to Temien here. He's going to say, Jerry, of course. So then, what is it? Now we're going to say that there's something I'd like to discuss. We have of course piqued his interest. What do we have to say? Well, I'm going to propose that our two realms should make peace. Now immediately you'll notice we have Temien in the top left with his net worth of 14,000 gold, me in the top right with my net worth of 1,000 gold and a lovely pair of cheeks, and because of our incredibly good diplomacy skill, but also because the AI is busted, they are willing to accept the offer of making peace with the faction of goblins, simply because they don't want to fight goblins. I mean, who would? However, what's interesting is Jerry, with his vast power of just him and 1,000 gold, is apparently a great threat to the Southern Empire. So not only is the Southern Empire willing to make peace, they're also willing to make peace and give me some money. How much money in fact? Well, it turns out Temien here is willing to give me all of his gold so that I make peace with the Southern Empire. We can also ask for all of his horses. In fact, we'll just clear out his entire inventory and all of his gold just so that he can make peace with our exceedingly threatening force of one single man. So let's offer him this great deal. And lo and behold, he's not only going to accept, our relationship with him is going to increase because of how generous we've been. So there we have it. We now have a +5 relation with Temien here. And what I'm going to do is actually also immediately then submit our demands of asking him to surrender or die, saying that he is now meant to submit to us. This of course means we once again go to war with the Southern Empire. We will then leave the combat, click on him once more, say that we have something to discuss and make peace again. This time, however, he's going to accept the offer of making peace, and because it's such a generous offer, because Jerry is so overwhelmingly powerful, this is going to increase our relationship with him to 9. That's right, Temien here is slowly starting to like Jerry. This is interesting because to Temien, Jerry is one single peasant man running around who no one takes seriously. He has nothing of value, comes from nothing, and really shouldn't be taken seriously. And yet Temien is so scared Temien will give all of his gold to Jerry, all of his horses as well, and then think that Jerry has been so generous in the offer that Temien will actually start feeling like he is friends with Jerry. This is very interesting because it means Temien is actually so submissive to the power of Jerry the Goblin that Temien loves being scammed by Jerry the Goblin, because for some reason the developers coded all of the AI in this game to love the sensation of Jerry the Goblin robbing them of everything they own. Now immediately we've discovered not only Jerry, but we've also discovered the Archon Farron here. Now Farron is a very powerful member of the Southern Empire. He's age 62 and he actually has a 9 relationship to us despite the fact that he's never met us. So I'm going to be saying that they know me as Jerry, mark it down, you'll be hearing of me a lot. He is also the Lord of Poros, a very large city in the Southern Empire. He says he's going to remember our name, and that's great because as you can tell, everyone in the background is doing a creepy smile, which means they kind of like Jerry. Now once again, we're going to submit our demands to him and say that we give him the opportunity of surrendering or dying. He of course says, are we mad? But we're going to repeat ourselves, meaning the Southern Empire has just declared war on us. Now this is a unique battle once again, as it is Jerry the Goblin fighting against Perrin, who leads an army of 119 men. Once again, the odds are not in our favor in terms of the power level, so we are going to simply leave, then click on his army, and of course he welcomes us as a friend. My friend Jerry the Scammer, despite the fact that you've just declared war on me. What can I do for you? Well, I'm going to say that there is something I'd like to discuss. I personally think, Farron, that our realm should make peace. He's of course going to completely agree with us. He loves Jerry, and so he will immediately agree to peace. But not only will he immediately agree to peace, he's also willing to throw in some of his bountiful gold. How much gold, in fact? Well, it turns out he's willing to throw in a lovely 27,000 gold just for the glorious experience of making peace with Jerry. And there we have it. The barter offer is accepted. Immediately Farron says, is there anything else? And of course there is. We're going to declare war on him. Now this of course makes him a little bit upset, except it doesn't lower our relationship with anyone to go to war with someone. You'd think logically and historically speaking, if someone went up to you, declared war on you and postured as if they were going to fight you to the death, it might lower your relationship with them. This game says no, it doesn't. And so Farron says that we must fight. And now this is perfect because once again we will just leave the battlefield because we are not going to fight him, and then he welcomes us as a friend once again. What is it? Well, of course there's something I'd like to discuss. I think our realm should make peace, and so what I'm going to offer him is actually I'm going to only ask for a very humble 10 gold right now. That's right, 10 gold to make peace. This is such a generous offer that Farron has just had a massive relationship boost with us. We're actually now at plus 12 relationship. This has also given us 7 points in the charm skill just because we are so good and charismatic. Now once again we're going to deliver our demands, declare war on him and fight him, then leave the battlefield, click on him once again. He welcomes us once more as a friend. There's something I'd like to discuss. We'd like to make peace. I will ask for 1 single gold, throw in the offer, wha-bam, we've leveled up again. Our relationship has increased by 2. What a lovely offer that was. Now we deliver our demands once more. We will ask him to surrender or die, then leave the battlefield, then click on him. He welcomes us as a glorious friend. Then we are going to say that our realm should make peace, and I'm going to once again ask for a little bit of his money. I'm going to ask for 27,000 gold this time. He's of course going to accept. What I'm going to do is now just clear out his entire bank. Right, and then this is one of the last trade deals where we've now taken all of Farron's money. I mean, just look at that happy smile on his face. Yes, this one single peasant with no background is going to make peace with the Southern Empire. This is worth all of my money. Yes, I will give him over 100,000 gold and all of my horses just so that I can give my great friend over here, the physical Jerry Goblin, his rightful peace with the Empire, only for him to then immediately declare war on me, back on out, posture up to go to war, then have a conversation with me. Anyway, let's make peace. This time I'm just going to take all of his horses. Offer what a brilliant deal. That's going to increase our relationship even further. We're now at plus 16 relationship with this lovely man. Anyway, I want to see just how high I can take our relationship because I feel like we have a very personal thing going with Farron here. So let's just peace on out for none of his money because he has none. And once again, that does improve our relationship with him. My goodness, I'm such a charmer, aren't I? I'm actually going to leave now and let Farron go on his way because I'm going to go and spend some of this 116,000 gold that I now have. I think it probably makes sense if I buy a whole bunch of grain just to keep Jerry going until the end of days. Equally, I'm going to give him a lovely little red dress so that hopefully we're going to be able to seduce anyone else who gets in our way. A very aggressive military neck guard. I mean, it actually looks like he's now wearing a military suit rather than a fancy red dress. And most importantly, a little leather cap for his little goblin head. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Now, the only troops that I particularly want to buy are the troops from taverns because they're generally slightly higher level than peasants and I don't actually need peasants. Anyway, great news. Declaration of peace between the Goblin and the Southern Empire. So what we're going to do is make our way over to the next city of Vostrom, where hopefully the Goblin is going to be able to find a few more mercenaries to recruit. There we go. We'll buy 3 hired blades for 2,400 gold. These are some relatively nice units. Check out some of this. These guys aren't necessarily going to immediately crumple in a fight. I'm sure they cost a whole bunch of money per day to upkeep, but honestly, money is the least of our problems. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, some time has passed and I've got a lot more money than I used to have. That's right, we now have 300,000 in the bank for the legendary Jerry the Goblin, who now has a charm level of 96. Why does he have such a good charm level? It's because he's been charming the socks off of Regia, who leads an army of 625 men. And look at her, she absolutely loves us. So do all of her friends. They love Jerry. Hey Jerry, what is it? Well, Empress Regia, we've been friends now for at least the last 5 minutes, so it only makes sense for me to declare war on you. That's right, we're going to war with her. She looks a little bit upset by it now, however the men in the background still absolutely love us with some kind of derange-infested glee. Now naturally, if we were to do this battle of 22 of Jerry's men versus 625 fully equipped men ready to go on what is effectively a crusade, the odds are not particularly looking in our favour. So naturally, we're just going to leave, click on Regia again, and look, she loves us again. Hey Jerry, what is it? Well, I'd like to make peace. Now of course she's going to accept it, but I'm going to ask for just a little bit more than peace. Also going to ask for just under 30,000 in cash. And there we go, peace is secured, and immediately I'm going to declare war. I don't understand why there's not some kind of truce period in this game. Come on, literally every game has a truce period so that players can't abuse these kinds of mechanics. Anyway, I'll be taking all of your money there, and fantastic. Our relation with her has increased up to 20 now. She absolutely loves us. You know, let's declare war just one last time and make one last peace, but this time we'll be taking all of her horses. There we go. Let's offer that peace deal, and our relation increases even further. Look at that, fantastic. Plus 22. We are effectively great friends with her. Good journeys to you, Jerry. Good journeys to you too, Empress. Right, so with 361,000 in the bank, we've basically won the game. But what do you do with this kind of power? Do you use it to power level your character? Maybe we'll go and buy a castle. No, instead I'm going to use this power to scam my friends. So what I'm going to be doing is inviting my admin, Connor, who you probably recognize from various other videos where I've abused our friendship, to do a challenge with me in Mount & Blade Bannerlord. Now Connor has played this game a lot, meaning he probably believes he has an edge in this challenge. For the challenge will be to be the first person to make 100,000 gold. Connor will probably believe that it's going to take several hours to make 100,000 gold in Mount & Blade Bannerlord, so he's probably going to be prepping for a very long challenge. Little does he know, I'll be finishing it in about 5 minutes. So all that's left is for me to con one of my few remaining friends and then absolutely smash him to pieces in this completely perfectly balanced challenge. Let's go break the good news to him. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've now picked up my handy lovely companion Connor Brow here, who is ready to play against me in Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. Now Connor is actually an expert when it comes to this game. He has a huge amount of hours sunk into it, and he is definitely a worthy opponent for this challenge. The premise is simple. First one between us to generate 100,000 gold immediately wins. I'm pretty sure it would normally take a player around about 2 hours maybe, or 3 hours to actually pull this off. So Connor, I hear you're truly prepped for the long haul that this challenge might be.
I'm just limbering up.
There you go, you got to get your stretches in. Don't want to get RSI in your hands from all the frantic clicking you'll be doing. So Connor, what culture do you think you're going to be picking today? I mean, there's certainly a few different options here which might help you make 100,000 gold faster than me.
I think I'm going to choose the Aserite.
I mean, that's a solid choice considering the trade penalty decrease there. You're going to be making a bit more money from trading. Is that how you think you're going to be becoming a big money man?
Yes, trade is the way to winning.
Spoken exactly like a boomer, because I'm going to be playing a Botanian who specializes in speedy movement through the forest, which are very important, trust me, for what I'm about to do. Anyway, we're going to just quickly design our characters. I'm just going to whack randomize a few times, get rid of default Shrek looking here. Right, there we go, I'm good to go. Enter my character's name, or I'll just randomize that. Actually, no, I won't. I'll name my character Scrubnub. So here we are. We're both in the exact same starting position with the exact same 1,000 gold in our reserve, with one simple task: make 100,000 before the other person. Now, because I feel so confident in my own strategy, Connor, I'm going to be giving you an advantage. I'm going to be giving you a full 2 minutes head start. There you go. That's going to make, I don't know, a big difference, probably. So congratulations. You can unpause and now go about your money making. So good luck with that.
A few moments later.
Right. So how are your escapades going at the moment? Are you feeling confident? Because you've almost hit that 2 minute mark where I'm able to actually release myself and immediately start trying to beat you.
I'm on my way.
Good. You're getting your first trades off. Are you going to go for like olives? Because that's a very standard opening move for money making, to trade olives back and forth.
I mean, I'm using all the well-known techniques.
Right, now I've checked my clock. That's 2 minutes for you, so I'm going to get moving. There's one slight issue for you, which is that immediately one of the NPCs has walked into my path. So I'm just going to do a quick transaction and trade with them. So you're a few minutes into the campaign. Have you declared war yet? I mean, of course, you must be yielding a large army, I'm sure.
Of course.
Yeah. How large is your army? I'm sure it's mighty and strong.
Of course.
Good. I've just made my first 10,000 actually. I made it trading crypto, spiff coins actually on the marketplace is how I've done it. Yeah, it's
Your Bitcoin.
me and my bitcoins. My spiff coins, completely legally distinct. I'd like to point out.
Of course. I believe you 100%. You'd never exploit anything.
I've just doubled my money again. I'm almost up to 30k. This is what you get when you invest in spiff coin. I've got to be honest.
Damn it.
Are you getting killed by looters immediately?
Yes.
Oh, you melon. You've beansed it. This will really set you back.
Oh, no.
Almost halfway there, personally. So, how do you feel that I'm making so much money so quickly?
I feel like you must be cheating.
That's not true. That's not true. I wouldn't cheat.
It's not like it's something you're known for. I'm not saying it's in character.
Exactly.
I'm just saying I'm feeling a bit hard done by right now.
What do you mean? It's not like we bet any money on this, excluding the 14 Bitcoin that we bet before this challenge. So I think it's fine. Absolutely fine.
Oh, I just died. I'm out of pocket.
You just died. Objectively, I'd like to point out that Connor is actually better at this game than me, has more time in this game, and will absolutely hand my ass to me if I play multiplayer against him. But he has just died to level 1 looters. Oh my god.
I got my olives though.
You got the olives.
I got my olives.
That's all that matters. Some Waitrose olives is all you need in life. Oh my god. I've almost made my necessary money. Doing quite well, actually. Oh my god, I'm up to 75k.
Okay, there's an essence of RNG here that I'd like to say is out of my hand.
Was it RNG? Do you feel that RNG was the main thing holding you back here?
It was entirely. It was nothing to do with skill.
Nothing to do with skill or prior planning, actually. So over the time that we've been talking, I've actually gone to war 8 times and pieced out in that same time. I've been having lots of micro wars.
How is that even possible?
That's a great question. Great question. I'm just such a smooth talking diplomat, except my character has basically no charm. They're about as charming as a polished potato or someone from Wales.
That might offend some people.
That might offend some people. Right, I'm at 99,000, so final time. There we go. Just make an extra bit of cash. I've made 112,000. Stop the clock. We've done it. I don't know how long that took me. If we could actually have a time on screen of how long that took me. I'm still technically on the end of day 1. The sun hasn't even fully set on the first day of this game. I've made 100,000.
Oh my god.
God, what an experience. I do actually feel a bit sorry for scamming you in this situation, Connor, so I'm going to make it up for you and I'm going to allow the audience to solve 2 birds with 1 stone for me. So bearing in mind that you've been such a great friend and a fantastic person for me to bully with exploits for all these years, I'm going to be allowing the YouTube comment section to decide what I should get you for Christmas. Genuinely, comment whatever you like, and the most upvoted thing I will buy for Connor and give it to him for Christmas, and he can send it to me over Twitter and I can show you all what you ended up buying Connor for Christmas, or what we ended up buying Connor for Christmas. So yes, just have an absolute field day in the comment section with that. Oh god.
Get me something good, please.
Yeah. Try and also not to make it illegal. I'll ignore anything that's straight up I can't get in the UK. Like a severed hand, not too easy to actually procure these days. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed today's video, then feel free to give it a like. It does massively help us out. Of course, a massive thank you to each and every one of our majestic patrons who keep myself and Connor very busy over this festive season. So go get yourself a nice refreshing cup of festive Yorkshire tea, which is 100% a brand that they should probably make, and why not sit down and watch yet another fantastic relaxing Spiffing Brit videos. That's right, you can do it. They're on screen now. You're gonna love them. Anyway, I've been the Spiffing Brit. I've partially been joined by the majestic Connor, and we've had a fantastic time. So have a great day, and I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Goodbye. I beg your pardon, good sir. Just got to get round here, and there we go. 2 people dead, and yes, another building has just become available for purchase. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today you join us back in the world of Fable Anniversary, where I'm going to be exploiting some of my favorite mechanics and becoming an evil demon greater than Mr. Monopoly himself. We're going to be subjugating the people of the Fable universe and Albion into eternal rental servitude, using a handy-dandy list of complicated exploits to make it all very possible. Now, of course, Fable is one of the greatest RPG games ever released, made by Lionhead Studios, and it has some very questionable gameplay features, like say the ability to buy just about everything, including morality and human beings. So I don't know, Peter Molyneux was high on teabags when he made this game. One thing's for certain, this game is very unique. So we're going to dive back into the world of Fable and put some of our infinite money from last episode to use by destroying many of the game's other mechanics for your entertainment. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice warm cup of tea, as we've got a very strange Fable video coming. Now, of course, make sure to salute the picture of the Queen that I'm sure you have hanging above your computer, and if you're feeling particularly majestic, you can even like the video. Now let's dive into the world of Fable. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Ah, yes, Fable Anniversary. It's like the first Fable, but just a little bit more graphically pleasing. Now, we're going to be hopping back into the same character as the last time we played, the terrifying Liberator, who managed to destroy the in-game economy via trading in the humble apple. You see, in the Fable universe, Apple is a way to infinite wealth and money, just like our real timeline. Because in Fable, you can buy an oversupplied good at a cheaper price and then sell it at an inflated price to the very same person you bought it from. By repeating this process, you will end up with unlimited money. But today, we're going to take that money and do some absolutely crazy things with it. So let's jump into the game. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth am I in the world of Fable trying to become a landlord? Well, it's because as someone who's experienced the enlightening creation that is the UK rental market, I've come to realize that my life is missing the ultimate landlord simulator. But thankfully, that's where Peter Molyneux steps into the picture, because with the release of this game in 2004, even you can now live the true landlord's dream. Now, you might be wondering, why isn't everyone a landlord if this game makes it so easy? Now, you see, there are 3 limiting factors holding people back from owning every single house in the world. These 3 things needed to become a true landlord are 1. The money to buy a house, 2. The method to remove the house's current owners, and 3. You must not have a soul. Luckily, I have all of these things and more, and that allows me to guide even you in your journey to become the most powerful landowner in the universe. Now, of course, I do have to show off how to actually completely dominate the market, and so for that I'm going to show off how to generate infinite money. Now, you see, there are 2 ways to generate infinite money. There is the way of selling a massive amount of goods to massively increase its local supply, allowing you to then buy it back at a lower price than you sold it to them for, which can lead to infinite wealth. However, my favorite thing to do is just open up this sell window here, which, as you can see, says we can sell 194 apples, but then press this button and move the selection process over to this health potion. Now, apples sell for about 4 gold. Health potions, however, sell for about 60, but you'll notice we only have 12 health potions. But what we're going to do is sell 194 apples while selecting the health potions, and what you're going to notice is in the bottom left hand side of our screen, we're going to be making a little bit more money than the 400 gold we really should be making. Yep, there we go, we've sold all of our health potions and gained several thousand gold, and you'll notice all of our apples are still there. And if we go to the shop, you'll notice this very curious incident whereby the shop now has 108 health potions. That's right, if you're ever running low on health potions, then you can just duplicate them yourself using this buy and sell exploit. It's absolutely handy. And so there you go, we now have all of the infinite money necessary to buy these houses. Now we need to do step 2, evict the current owners, forcefully if necessary. So let's go find some lovely houses. Now, you see, I'm in the market for houses, and there's a whole bunch of lovely houses around here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make myself right at home in here, knock down this doorway, and then step upstairs. Who's this up here? Oh, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come inside of here and murder these current owners. There's only 2 of them. Now, luckily, they've just both died, and you'll notice Peter Molyneux added this thankful pop-up to tell us that a new property has just entered the market. I wonder whose building it could be. Could it potentially be this building where the owners just tragically died? Oh my goodness, what a tragedy. I hear they both fell on the stairs. Oh, what a shame. The humanity. Would someone think of the property? Well, it's a good thing someone does, and that someone is me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this lovely house. There we go. Buy this for 11,000 gold. Don't mind if I do. Rent out this building. A sure thing. There we go. It's as easy as that, ladies and gentlemen. We're now renting out this building, and that'll be bringing in a nice little bit of income each week. Now all I need to do is open up this property across the street for rental opportunities. Sorry, please don't mind me. Oh, sorry. Yep, I beg your pardon, good sir. Just got to get round here, and there we go. 2 people dead, and yes, another building has just become available for purchase. Lovely. Now, as long as the new owners actually forgive the dead bodies on the floor, I'm sure everything will be perfectly fine. Now, we're not technically killing the local population because these are just NPCs, and if there's one thing I know about NPCs in Fable, it's that more will come with time. So let's make our way into this house and open up another property. Sorry, Mill the shopkeeper. There we go. Lovely stuff, a brand new building. Now we have our little corner plot in the village. Oh, and a shop just became available for buying. I see, because we've murdered a couple of shopkeepers, we're now almost able to buy everything in this little village. Right, let's rent out this building, lovely. And all we have to do is go down the hill and buy the local shop. Fantastic. Now what actually brought us back to Fable today? Well, only a few weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen, Fable 4 was announced. I know, it's absolutely brilliant news. Who knows when it's actually coming out, but all that matters is that when it does, hopefully it will capture some of the same quirky charm that the Fable series has. Like say the fratricide, the mass sacrifices to evil gods, and of course my personal favourite, hidden doorways that only let the morbidly obese pass. What an incredible enlightening feature. Now we're going to buy the local shop for 31,000 and of course you guessed it, rent out this building. Oh, look at our lovely brand new shop. And then we're going to go down this little corner here and buy ourselves up yet another little house. Now we've done all of this without the local authorities really getting upset with us. I mean, we are technically slightly evil, but when you're this evil, ladies and gentlemen, it turns out you can just buy your way back into the good graces. Let's buy this building for 6,000 gold and rent it out. Lovely stuff. Oh, this is just a brilliant start to my empire. Look at that mini-map in the top right. This morning we had nothing, but now 6 houses to start our property empire. It truly is majestic. Anyway, all that I need to do now is show off another infinite money exploit and then buy up the rest of the houses in this little village before we move on to a slightly larger location. Now here in Oakville, there is of course one house which is slightly better than all others. This is your old family home. It's better for one very important reason. You can hang trophies up on the wall. Now, why is a trophy important? Well, it seems trophies are a little bit broken in this game. Now, you see, this house is actually very cheap. You can buy it for 16,000 gold, and then you can immediately sell it for 16,000 gold. This is, of course, not a way to get infinite money, but the way to get infinite money is quite simple. Buy the property, walk inside the property that you just spent 16,000 on, and then on the property's walls, place literally any trophy that you've picked up. This is the Wasp Queen's Head, the earliest and easiest trophy to get in the game. We're simply going to use it and hang it on the walls. Now we can take it off the walls whenever we like, but because it is on the walls, this property is now actually 100 gold cheaper, because the property's value is also including the trophies inside. Now the way we can absolutely abuse this mechanic is by breaking the front door of our own house, 1,100 gold, walking back inside of our very own house, yanking the trophy back off of the wall, and then buying the house again for 100 gold less. And it's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. You can generate infinite gold. Now of course, don't use a Wasp Heads trophy, it's only 100 gold each time, but you can use whatever trophy you like. We're effectively buying ourselves a house, redecorating it with some fantastical furniture items, and then people who really like the look of those furniture items will pay extra for the property. But then by the time they get to actually moving into the property, you've already stripped all of the furniture off of the walls, because that makes perfect sense. And by stripping the furniture off of the walls, you can then buy that house from underneath the original owners for a very, very cheap price. Anyway, let's go occupy some more homes. Trust me, my character's not evil, he's just, you know, financially creative and dubious. Also, I would like to say that my character, whilst he does look exceedingly evil, this is what happens to you after 2 cups of coffee. This is what coffee does to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very dangerous substance. That's why I only drink the finest Yorkshire Tea Gold. That's right, it's ad break sponsor time. This week's episode was not brought to you by Yorkshire Tea Gold, because once again, they do not sponsor these videos. But oh, I do wish they could. Now, I did speak to the people at Yorkshire Tea head office, and they said for the first 8,000 people who like this video, they will be sending out a single unpackaged tea bag to their address. That's right, one single tea bag for you. Disclaimer, the tea bag may or may not have already been used by Spiff, but I'm sure that's something that you're just going to have to find out. You have been warned. Side effects of Yorkshire Tea also include the ability to fly, become an immortal, no-clip through reality, and generate infinite wealth. Be careful. I've got some great news. The sun is going down, and you can probably guess what that means. That's right, people are going to sleep. Look at this. Got a lovely husband and wife combo here going into this lovely one-bed detached property, which is great because now it's nighttime and we can just equip our sword and wander in here. Hopefully, no one's going to notice. Anyway, sorry, one sec as I just murder both of you, and nothing happened. Oh, buildings available for buying. Oh, 2 buildings became became available for buying. I guess he owned a local little shed somewhere. Anyway, let me go and wander into this next house here. Oh, hello. Are you returning home? Go on, go home. But I won't judge, but I will follow you. Right, into the house I go. Don't mind me. Hello. Just want to double check. Is it just you in here? Okay, right. Well, I suppose that does make things a little bit easier. Skaboosh. Fantastic. Oh, wait. I realize this is probably his wife. Oh, my goodness, it is. Something tells me she might not be happy with the murder scene she's going to walk in on. It's a good thing she won't have the chance to remember it for too long. Or are you okay with it? Is everything fine in here? Everything's fine, is it? Okay. Oh, is the body just gone? The body of your husband has just phased out of reality, madame. Allow me to assist with this unearthly situation. Anyway, fantastic. This property is now available for purchase. I mean, after all, if you want to really make headway in a very saturated property market, the best way to do so is just murder the current occupiers. Oh, hello there, Mr. Armorer. I'm guessing you own the local armoring shop. Fantastic. I'd like to own that. Ah, there we go. The shops just became available for purchase. All right, now I'm guessing this lady probably owns a house somewhere in this village, so I'm afraid she has to go as well. Rest in peace. And then let's also pop inside of this house here. Oh, there's the owner, just coming back from a long hard day's work of not dying. Such a tragedy. What's going to happen here? Sorry. And there we go. The building just became available for buying. Oh, he owned a barn. I see. All right, now we're going to buy this building here and rent it out, and then also this building here, and we'll rent this one out as well. Now we'll go and buy the shop in the center as well. And I think the only thing we need to do after that is maybe see if we can take control of the tavern. I don't know if this game will actually even let me buy a tavern. There we go. I can rent out this armor shop here. All right, now let's see if we can try and seize this tavern for ourselves. Something tells me relatively unlikely. Right. We're going to have to do a little bit of mass murdering here. Right, sorry. Game Master, I need you to die as well. Right, you need to die. And then so do you. And there we go. And then we also should probably murder this guard here. Fantastic. A building just became available for purchase. It is this very same pub. So let's quickly buy it up. And another building just became available for purchase. What's this? My crimes, 6 times murder, 1 time vandalism, 12,000 gold. I'll pay that. I paid the fine but I got thrown out. Jeez. Am I allowed back in? Will they let me back in? Something tells me they might not let me back into Oakville. I need to go back in. I have to collect taxes just because I massacred a little bit of the local population. But the pub's still available for sale. Brilliant news. The guards basically gave me a slap on the wrist and were like, okay, fork over £12,000 and promise not to murder any more of the residents. How is this even okay? Right, now just about every building in the entire village will be mine. Pub shall be mine for 36,000. We shall rent it out as lodging. And then finally this property here shall also be ours for 6,000. Lovely stuff. I guess there is also this house here which we haven't dealt with. Apparently there's someone sleeping inside. Ah, thank you. I require this house, madame. Brilliant. And would you just look at that? The entirety of Oakville is now ours. Every single property owned by the glorious Spiffco regime. We can charge whatever rental prices we like because we own everything. My goodness, it's perfect. Now all we need to do is deal with our slight evil problem. You see, people don't respect us and are terrified of our presence because of just how evil we are. So we need to do the only rational thing to try and convince people we're not evil. And that is, of course, donate money to a random church on an island. But this church has some very unique features, because not only can you donate gold to improve your karma, you can also donate gold to increase your character's lifespan by 4 years. That's right, for 50,000 gold, you can increase your character's lifespan. It turns out the answer to immortality deep down was just having infinite money. And it's a good thing that I know how to make infinite money. And now that we have a good income source thanks to all of these rental properties, we're going to be absolutely swimming in cash. And we can use the cash from our forceful home invasions to not only pay off our rental properties, but more importantly, the cash is going to let us pay off the karma damages of murdering the occupants of the housing we stole. So let's hop ourselves into a bed and have a nice little sleep. And we wake up in a few days' time, there'll be lots of rental money for us to collect. Oh, and here come in our brand new residents. Look at them. Here they are. They're a little bit scared of us, but these are about to be our brand new home occupiers. You see, we've just increased the game's speed a bit, waited a couple of days, and now all of the new residents have moved in. And these residents are going to enjoy paying my lovely exorbitant tax fees. Oh yes, enjoy. Ah, it's perfect. Perfect. Ah, and lovely. Here's our armourer, who is now our technically hired staff, considering we're now renting out this shop. Oh, and of course I'm going to get a special offer because this is my shop, isn't it? Yes, all of the special offers are mine. Oh my goodness, look at this. Piercing augmentation. This looks fantastical. Let's buy this. Now, why on earth are we buying this? Well, it's because I intend to sell it back. A piercing augmentation is a valuable thing. We could sell it back immediately from the person we just bought it for a profit of 31. Because apparently that's just how it works. Can we do it and then just buy it again? So we're going to sell this and make 31 profit. And we're going to go over here and buy it. Okay, so we're at 682 gold. And then we sell it and we're at 713. Yep, of course, that's how this game functions, right? That's fine. God, there is just no balance in the way you can make money in this game. Yes, the local economy is now looking fantastic now that we've moved in. We've removed a stagnant population and replaced it with a kind of terrified population. But a terrified population is still a population that's able to pay rent. And so everything is fine. Right, now I get to do the joyous thing that I've been waiting for. Collect all of my lovely money. Now if I check my inventory, I have 932,500 gold coins, which is quite a nice large amount of money. But let's collect all of my rental opportunities. There we go. And pick up all of this over here as well. And there we go. We're gaining about 2,000 for each house, which is nice and good. We're also starting to improve the get rich or die trying achievement as well, which is lovely. We will also be able to pick up our rent from the pub and from these 2 local shops. We can then pick up from these sheds as well, which gives about 900 gold. Yep, it would seem just about every property gives an average of about 900 gold, which is lovely. And there we go. We've got the get rich or die trying achievement. Lovely. That's a brilliant addition to my financial portfolio. And so we've collected the rent of everything in Bowerstone, and that's ended up giving us about 10,000. Now that 10,000 gold we collected can actually be put to good use, and 10,000 gold actually translates to around about 600 good boy points. I know, that's right. Effectively meaning being a landlord and donating to the church makes your character naturally become one of the most divine and otherworldly beings that would sit right up on high with an archangel. It's just absolutely dumb. You love to see it. This game design is really something. Now all I need to do is progress through the game enough to actually gain access to this Temple of Avo, and then I can start making my generous donations of lawfully collected money. Yes, no evil necessary in this money. Ah, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the most heavenly place in this game. Even though there is a massive thunderstorm currently happening and it looks pretty evil, this is in fact the Church of Capitalism itself, or the Church of Avocado, whatever you want to call it. It is a place which offers, how do you call it? Yes, a place where returning devotees can receive the gifts of the heaven, and then you can donate gold to gain rewards. Alright, so now what we can do is go to this lovely fountain here and donate to this temple. Now, thankfully, I have a large amount of gold to donate. Millions, in fact, and so consequently, that noise you hear in the background, that's actually the financial success and spiritual generosity of my lovely character. So we're going to be donating as much gold as we humanly can, and whilst you might remember that before this, my character was effectively a demon who was probably close to being Satan themselves, after this lovely transaction, my character should be more divinely and heavenly, and just overall more lovely. Right, let's donate to the church. The gods are pleased by my donation. Lovely, very pleased indeed. And I've gained 920 good boy points. Fantastic. Now you'll notice after my lovely charitable donation, my character looks significantly less evil. Look at these lovely little horns. They're no longer as aggressive and as menacing as they were previously, and all it took was a generous donation of around about 400,000 gold. Now that's just fantastic. That's actually brought back all of the morality and more from that awful predicament where I accidentally murdered the entirety of the villagers of Oakville in order to buy up their properties and sublet them to new tenants. You see, morality is exceedingly ambiguous, and consequently you can pay your way to divinity if that is what you really seek. Right, and it's now a brand new day, and I'm ready to go and increase my divinity some more, but of course in order to increase one's personal divinity, it's exceedingly smart to go and find yourself the lovely merchant of Bowerstone. So in order to increase my lovely morality, I'm going to go and find this lovely trader on the corner here. It's good old Derek. Derek is a source of infinite money because Derek doesn't really know how valuations work. Consequently, Derek has ended up with 617 wedding rings in his inventory. Anyway, I'm going to be nice to Derek and I'm going to buy 145 apples. That's going to set me back a few thousand, but that's okay. Don't worry, it's all part of the plan. Now, what we're going to do for Derek here is we're going to sell him something very valuable. We're going to be selling Derek a wedding ring. Now the best way to sell Derek a wedding ring is of course to select the 500 green apples that you have sat in your inventory, go over to the lovely wedding ring section, and then of course have the wedding ring pre-selected with of course a sell 519 button. So we're going to sell 519 wedding rings that don't exist to the trader, and well, bam, there we go, that's 100,000 gold. Then once again we buy back a couple of wedding rings. In fact, we can probably buy back all of the wedding rings. In fact, yes, we've done that, and that technically allows us to sell all of the wedding rings back for a profit of 610 each, because we bought the entire supply of 1,000 wedding rings. There's now such a shortage that the value of wedding rings is increased, so we sell them all back and we're now up to 1.5 million. Then we're going to buy ourselves these 1,000 wedding rings again. Now we're down to 1.2 million. Then we're going to sell them back. Now we're at 2 million. Lovely. Alright, and after repeating this process a few more times, we've managed to hopefully gain a nice amount of income. Let's see, we're up to, yes, 5.8 million. Lovely stuff. Alright, and I actually think we'll probably stop here at 7 million. 7 million seems like enough money. So what we're going to do is then trample over to the Temple of Avo, do a nice little recall to here, and then pledge another fantastical donation to the church, consequently making ourselves one of the most heavenly and divine individuals on the planet. Alright, let the donating commence. As always, be generous with your soul, and your purse is a lovely motto to have in life. And after all, who can hate the landlord who gives so generously to the divine? There we go, that's 1 million, I think. And there's 2 million. That's 3 million and 4 million and 5 million. Okay, right, this seems fine. We're going to donate 6.9 million gold to the church. This will be perfect. Donate. Oh, the gods are pleased. Very pleased. Lovely. That has given me 690 morality points and increased my lovely attractiveness, hopefully. And then going to travel all the way back to Bowerstone South and repeat this process. And there we go. Look at me. I get called your lordliness. I look lovely now. I'm so attractive. I'm actually human. Would I like to trade? I'd love to trade. But did I just manage to sell 500 diamonds to someone who can't actually have diamonds? I've done that, haven't I? I've added diamonds into his inventory. So that was an accident. Oh, goodness. But yes, the issue is with this selling exploit is effectively I can select anything with apples and sell any item to any trader. It can be something of immense value. It can be something of basically no value. Like, for example, I can sell this bandit seal. I can sell 519 of them for a profit of 958 each. So bam, there we go. That's 1 million gold. And this trader technically should not be able to ever sell bandit seals, but there we go. We have one. Right, let's buy all of these wedding rings and then once again sell back all of the wedding rings for a nice profit, and then just repeat this process just to get ourselves back up to where we were. And if we do this one more time, there we go. We've achieved the maximum money you can actually have in this game, 9,900,099 gold. There is no way you can make any more money than this. The game physically can't calculate it. Right, now let's travel back to the temple to make another lordly donation. Ah, just look at how lovely and holy and divine I am. Now technically you're meant to do your donations in chunks of 50,000 at a time, and you shouldn't really be donating 1 million at a time as it doesn't really make much of a difference. However, when you have this much money to throw around, does it really matter? Right, there we go, 60,000 to the church. There's 100 divinity points for me. Lovely. If I take a look at my stats, my alignment is now positive 22. Right, let's grind this bad boy up a bit. I wish to become more heavenly. After this process, we will have gone from being the most evil person this game allows you to becoming the most heavenly and divine person that this game lets you become. All in one easy swing. Right, there we go, 80,000 to the church, and there we go. Some nice alignment points. Now my alignment is plus 41, lovely. Alright, I've actually almost achieved a alignment of positive 100, and all it's cost me is about 300,000 gold. If it was honestly this easy to become more pious than the Pope himself, then I think I'd have chucked out 300,000 gold ages ago. Just run down to a bank, take out a loan, and become the Pope. I suppose the alternate way of doing it is buying yourself a reverency online. Wait, hang on a second, I could do with another one of those. Wait, no, there's no way, I shouldn't. I've bought too many titles for myself online, or maybe I should. Okay, fine, a silly target, but for 10,000 likes on this video, I will try and buy myself the title of Pope online. I don't know if it's possible, I don't know if there's a website, but I will attempt it. I will get a certificate crowning myself the Pope. This is a very good use of Patreon money, trust me. Alright, there we go, 1 million gold to the church. Let that align me a little bit better. Very pleased by my donation, lovely. That's exactly what I like to see. Right, now how positively aligned am I? An alignment of 87. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. Our hair has gone excessively blonde. Oh, and there's even a little bit of a halo forming around me. Oh yes, the divinity is strong with me. Alright, this is it. This is the big push. We've managed to cross the threshold where we are only 6 alignment points away from total 100% divinity in the game of Fable, and so we will gain total divinity with a last donation of just under 5 million gold. The gods are very pleased. Good. good. Let me take a look at my own alignment chart. How strong is it? 95 alignment. That only moved my alignment up by 1. I'm only 18 years old apparently. My character is 18 years old. I guess his life keeps getting reset because of these massive cash donations to the church. It truly is an enlightening thing. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually achieved it. If you take a look at this, we've managed plus 100 alignment. We have become more divine than Avo himself. In fact, we even got an achievement for it and everything. We have become the ultimate hero. Who knew all it would take was donating around about 10 million gold to the church. It's truly a perfectly balanced religious experience. Now let's go through some of our fantastic stats. We've killed 176 bandits on our journey. In terms of romance, we've had none. My goodness, it appears they've left in a statistic for a way of measuring the average World of Warcraft player. My goodness. Oh, but this is my favorite statistic. This is the money statistic. The highest amount of money we ever had was 30 million. The total money we've ever acquired was 25 million. And the total amount of money spent 23 million. I have no idea how this actually adds up, but oh well, the game's a little bit balked. Anyway, I'm afraid that's actually all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I've had an absolutely fantastic time playing Fable today, and if you've enjoyed watching, then feel free to leave a like on this video. It does massively help us out. Anyway, what video do you want to see next, ladies and gentlemen? There's a few interesting developments coming up. I think I might have been able to squeeze in some early access for Crusader Kings 3. At the same time, Total War Troy just got released, and then again there's also exploits for Skyrim which need to be discovered. So do you want to see A, CK3, B, Total War Troy, or C, Classical Skyrim? The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen, so hop down to the comment section and leave your vote. As always, a massive thank you to each and every one of my majestic patrons who make these fantastic videos all the more possible. Seriously, thank you very much for your continued pledge. It really does help us out. And as always, if you're new here, do consider subscribing, because we'd absolutely love to have you on board in the long run. I mean, you might not have even realized that you haven't subscribed yet. So if you've been wondering when might be the perfect time for you to do it, well, now's your time. Hop down to the comment section and say hi if you're new. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day, and goodbye for now. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. That's right, this is the game that came before Skyrim that everyone claims to have played, and realistically, not too many of you did. And I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I've never played Oblivion. The main reason being that I've loaded it up a few times and it has around about the same stability as Jenga during an earthquake. It's a Bethesda game, and so naturally it's rammed full of glitches, game breaks and exploits which are all waiting to be touched by myself and exploited for your entertainment, and naturally fueled by the wonderful thing that is tea. Oh, that's some good tea today. God bless Yorkshire tea. The greatest tea in the land. However, alternative teas are acceptable as long as it's not coffee. So why are we playing Oblivion of all games? Well, I put it up in a poll and apparently you guys really wanted to see me break Oblivion. Now, even though I haven't even played this game all the way through, I've only lightly touched it, I do know an absolute ton of exploits. Mostly because anyone looking through the files of this game can go, hang on a second, if you were to give this person this item, you could completely and utterly break it. So in today's video, we're going to be doing fun things like making our character completely and utterly invisible to the naked eye, and also generating an infinite amount of wealth. Because come on, ladies and gentlemen, you put me in a game and I've got to at least make a fair bit of money. So without further ado, let's start a brand new game. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the glorious character creator of Oblivion. It's unique to say the least, and you know, we actually need to come up with a brilliant character. So I think we should give our character a name and then we can start designing them. But who do we want to actually go for Oblivion? The greatest hero known to man, who isn't really that interested in the main storyline, but is very interested in exploiting the game's mechanics. Yes, so it's going to be an old dude who, he's done his entire life, but he's decided, no, I'm actually a young person, I'm cool, I'm hip and happening, I know how to say yeet, and that means I should be the greatest adventurer. So for that reason, I'd like to welcome into the world the legendary adventurer, Seymour Clivage. Now, Seymour Clivage, he's just your average run-of-the-mill adventurer. However, I'm going to be controlling him, meaning he's going to be given incredible gifts and incredible powers when it comes to destroying some of the various mechanics of this game. But you know what? Now that we have Seymour's name sorted, we need to make sure we sort out his actual race. So I think we should probably go for... He doesn't strike me as an orc, but he does strike me as a Nord. Yes, this does indeed look like someone who would be called Seymour. So we're going to be a Nord, and now we need to sort out everything else in our character. You know, before we actually mess with the face, I'd like to sort out the hair. We're going to make Seymour a incredibly long-haired but bald character with grey hair. Also, it gives us a nice little egg shape to work with on the top. Now we need to start altering Seymour's face. So, to begin with, the shapes. Oh no. Oh, wow, you can make him chunky. You can make him very chunky. This is an incredible Seymour. Oh, yes, we're going to make a very round... Oh, he's very round. What a character. Okay, so that's the face structure done. Now we just need to sort out the brow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, the brow is so down. He looks permanently angry at all the young people doing their magic and stuff. Whereas poor Seymour, he's been too busy, I don't know, being an accountant his entire life. He's never had time to whip out a sword and go save the world. Now, the chin slider is something that I guess they really put a lot of work into, because you can take a chin from being normal size to being... further out than an entire nose. I mean, you could genuinely take out someone's face with that. You know what, maybe we can have Seymour use his chin as a weapon. Like, down here it would be defensive, but out here, he could probably stab someone using his chin. And look, he's so happy and smiley. He doesn't look like he'd do it, but trust me, he would. Now for the eyes. Well, we probably want the eyes to just be super concealed away beneath the eyebrows. Oh my god, hang on a second, what happens when he blinks? Oh, that is disgusting. Okay, thank you, Todd Howard. Oh my god, his eyes are tiny. In fact, his eyes aren't even facing forward. His eyes are facing in the direction of his nose. Seymour Clavage, he can't even really look forwards anymore. Oh well, he's a perfect character. Oh, and forehead. Oh, we need the largest forehead. Yes, we want his eyebrows to just dip down so it covers up his eyes so he can't really even see. Oh yes, and just absorb those eyeballs into the forehead. Perfect. Oh, and bring it forward. You know, Seymour Clavage, he's a practical guy. He knows that he doesn't want to wear sunglasses outside, so instead he has his forehead bend over the front of his eyes to shield them from the deadly UV rays. Let us give him some nice little happy smiley lips. Oh, look at him, he's so happy. Oh, and we'll inflate those lips and make them extra large and mega puckered. Wow, okay, this is something unique. Yeah, this is a unique character, to say the least. I love Seymour. He's different. He really is. Oh god. Oh god, we're only just getting started. You can change the skin. Okay, right, we're changing the skin. Wait, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. What is this? What is this slider? What? Oblivion, when did you have this? This is an absolute monster creator. Oh, we're going to give him a nice little pink nose. Oh, that's going to make him so happy. Yes, this is lovely. What is going on here? We're changing the colours of everything. Okay, that's fine. I'm just not going to question that. That's great. And then eyebrows. Oh, yes, we want his eyebrows to be very pronounced. Very pronounced dark eyebrows. Very thick. Very dark. Oh, no, that is perfect. I want to give him some nice, luscious red lips. Oh, perfect. Oh, absolutely perfect. Super dark, perfect lips. Oh, Seymour, you are a very handsome devil. Alright, and you know what? With this, Seymour Clavage is completely and utterly complete. He's old, but you know what? He's young in heart. And he's young in his lips. Oh my god, hang on a second. I did not see this slider. What is this complexion slider? Oh, we can add even more wrinkles. Although, realistically, I want this down to the lowest because then the eyes are absorbed even further. Oh, no, that's just perfect. That is perfect. And away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Are you sure you want to be a Nord? Yes, I'm sure I want to be this ridiculous monster person. Right. And so the adventure of Seymour Clavage begins. Oh, it's going to be glorious. Look at him. He's just so happy. He's just so happy. He's in a little jail cell, so he doesn't really know what to do. But he is happy. Anyway, let us start this game by going up to the door. Oh, look, we've got some guards and a lovely little king. So yes, this is the Emperor of Tamriel. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever played this game before... he's gonna die, yeah. I mean, he's apparently a very famous actor. I can't remember who it is, if I'm honest. And yeah, they paid a ridiculous amount of money to have him in this game, only to kill him off in the opening act. But the logic of this game is that this lovely man here is currently getting chased by a ton of assassins, and we are going to effectively try and help him escape. My god, his eyes are so big. If only Seymour could have eyes this big. Now honestly, if you were Emperor Auriel Septim, this lovely character here, you might be surprised to discover that your chosen one hero looks older than you. I mean, this bloke is meant to be 80, but Seymour Clavage is probably somewhere around the region of 127. Oh my god, hang on a second, my character is massive in comparison to all of them. Jesus Christ! What the? I'm huge! Right, you know what, I'm going to follow the Emperor, and yes, everyone around me is going to die, but it's okay, guys, because as long as good old Seymour Clavage survives and gets out into the real world, it's all good. So it's time I enjoy Tutorial Island, effectively. Oh, and apparently the Emperor's under attack. You know what, I'm going to help out. I'm going to use my Fists of Fury. Come on, Seymour. Fists of Fury! Perfect. Right, we've finally reached the stage where we get to kind of pick our class, or I'm not really sure what this is. I think this is our astrology sign. Now, these have some wonderful power-ups. So, for example, the Apprentice, you gain the ability to get an extra 100 points of magicka, but it increases your weakness to magic damage. Things like, I guess, the Thief, which grants an extra 10-point bonus to agility, speed, and luck attributes, which is quite useful. However, alternatively, the one we would like is this one right here, the Lover. This allows you to use the Lover's Kiss power once a day to paralyze an opponent for 10 seconds at the cost of 120 points of my fatigue. Now, this is absolutely incredible. This is the perfect star sign, and the reason why is when someone is paralyzed, you can steal from them and there is nothing they can do. Anyway, we're going to be born under the sign of the Lover. Let's go. Right, now this is the moment where the Emperor is going to die. His two guards run out there and do a little bit of the fighting. Meanwhile, some bloke is going to come through that door behind us. Meanwhile, the Emperor is going to give me a little Amulet of Kings, which makes it super magical. Anyway, Emperor's going to die. It's so nice of me just to stand there and do nothing. That was phenomenal. What a shame. Anyway, Boris is now a bit sad because he failed to protect the Emperor. Anyway, I'm just going to skip through all this dialogue. Thanks you for all the lore, but I'm afraid I don't need it because now I get to choose my class. Perfect. Now, there's some classes which are better than others. If you have a class which gives you a major skill, then in the skill section you'll get some extra points to buff it. However, realistically, I think a custom class is probably what we're looking for. It could be a combat focused one, a magic focused one, or a stealth focused one. For what I'm going for, it's going to be stealth. And the two favorite attributes are going to be agility and speed. And then we get to pick 7 major skills which are going to increase our stats. So, for example, we could pick acrobatics, meaning that we can jump longer distances and avoid damage when falling. Yeah, you can see how this one could probably be cheesed. We're also going to grab alchemy, and then we want sneak, security, mysticism, illusion, and I guess we could take hand to hand for the fun of it. You know, we'll go for athletics. There we go, we've made the perfect class for us. And what should we name it? Well, we're going to name it the Clavage class. Oh, we can't name it that. Very well, we'll just call it Clavage. Job done. Are you sure you want to be a Clavage? I'm sure I'd love to be a Clavage. Now at this point we are literally being sent on our way to go and do our adventure, and this is where we're going to basically be bombarded by a ton of quests. Yeah, we get given literally 1,000,000 quests, which I don't really want to do. Anyway, we've done our job, it's time we leave this lovely dungeon. And here we have it. I do believe this is the escape, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll just pop down a save and we can finally escape. We've finished. It's time for us to exit the sewers and go into the wider world of 100% the game's crashed. Lovely. Thank you, game. Oh, time to reload. And finally, after that one crash, we've made it into this glorious world, only to be bombarded by even more quests. Thank you, game. So here we have it. Seymour Clavage has escaped. He's a free man in this glorious world. But where does he want to go? Because, come on, there's an adventure. There's a whole world of adventure awaiting. And also, he's completely utterly lost / has absolutely no idea where he is. It's a good thing we have a map, I do believe. So as we can see, we're over here by the Imperial City and we've just escaped. Now there are a few places I need to go. Firstly, I would like to immediately go all the way down here to this lovely town over here, Anvil. So we're going to fast travel all of the way to Anvil. Because, you know, it's Oblivion. You don't have to actually go to a place to be able to fast travel there immediately and steal everything. Now I'm going to immediately then run on into this lovely place here, the Mages Guild. Now Seymour Clavage, he's no mage, but what he can do is come up to this lovely lady here, and I can say I'd like to join the Mages Guild, and lo and behold, she'll let me in. So there we go, I've just been given a key to the Mages Guild. Perfect. And immediately I'm just going to run away. Thank you very much. Am I in the right place? Yes, I am. So I've come all the way up to the top floor of the Mages Guild, and I'm just going to steal effectively all of their lovely scrolls, because scrolls are super duper useful. So yes, we're just going to steal basically everything of value from the Mages Guild. Now bear in mind, we've literally just joined a guild. They have no idea who we are. Seymour just ran up to the front desk wearing full armor and a sword equipped with his beautiful little strange face. And they were just like, you know what? Sure, come on in. We don't need any credentials. Why not have you? So we're just going to grab a jeweled necklace from them. Thank you very much. I'll be borrowing that one. And then we need this potion over here. The potion of paralysis, a very, very important potion. Now that we have this potion, because we have one of them, we can effectively have infinite of them. Because yes, this is one of those lovely games with item duplication glitches. And now I need to go and see if we can find someone to buy a few scrolls from. So I love how technically this guild has no problem with me stealing all of their lovely cheap wine. Thank you very much, Little Mages Guild. Yes, I'll be back, I promise. Oh god, I accidentally stole some stuff, and I do believe I accidentally just got kicked out of the Mages Guild. Yes, I accidentally stole something that I wasn't meant to steal. Apparently all of the other things that I stole were fine, but that tiny little soul gem, no, that took it too far, and so they decided to kick me out of the Mages Guild, and I'm now up here? Where am I? Where the heck is this? Fost Crag Spire, okay. So I guess we're never going to return to Anvil after that, but hey, you know, these things happen. And instead we're going to be going to the lovely Imperial City Plaza. Now there is one very important person who we need to locate. Now there's all of these lovely people running around here, but realistically we don't want any of them. We want to go into this wooden door here. Now this gets us into Dorian's house. Now Dorian is a very, very special NPC, because unlike most NPCs, he is marked as a valuable NPC in that there's something in his inventory later in the game that needs to always be in his inventory. This creates a bit of an issue because it means if you take items from his inventory, they kind of just immediately regenerate, which, as you can probably guess, could be cause for concern. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and talk to him, and what we want to do is we want to basically bribe him. Now the reason why we want to bribe him is because the money we bribe him with goes straight into his inventory. So we've given him a fair bit of our gold, but how are we going to get our gold back exactly? Well, very important question, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on a second, I also just realised Seymour Clavage, he's a beautiful little gremlin, but what is going on back there? What is Dorian doing? Why is he smiling at me? Seymour, turn around, face him. Go away, Dorian. There's important things at work, which you totally shouldn't question. Here it is, Lover's Kiss. Now, if we cast Lover's Kiss on him, we paralyze him. So if we were to crouch now, we could attempt to steal from him, but let's be honest, he's probably going to notice that. So instead, what we can do is we cast Lover's Kiss on him. Lo and behold, he now is paralyzed, and we can loot him. Now, he has this lovely amount of gold on him, as you can see, 75 gold. So first we're going to take the key to his house, and then we're just going to take some of the gold, basically. And as you can see, quite interestingly, we took some of the gold, so we took about 15 gold. Now he's down to 66 gold, and we keep clicking it. And as you see, the number in the bottom left keeps going up, but the gold in his inventory doesn't. Now, realistically, you could tap as much as you like, but alternatively, if you're me, then you've got an auto clicker. So you just hold down your mouse, and lo and behold, you get rich, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting rich. So this is how Seymour Clavage makes all of his money. Because everyone else gets money from other means. I don't know, they run around, they stab people, they do adventures, they go on tons of quests. Alternatively, Seymour Clavage, he goes up to Dorian, gives him a big kiss, paralyzes him with ecstasy or something, I don't know, and then proceeds to steal a ton of gold from his pockets. Oh, it's glorious. So yes, we're currently up to 31,000 gold. I'd like to point out that this game has been out for, oh goodness, I think it's about 13 years now, and they've patched it multiple times, but this has still never been fixed. I have no idea why. So I'm just going to hold my mouse down, and I'll get back to you once we have a fair bit of money. Oh, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I've just used my auto clicker, and lo and behold, we now have 1 million gold. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Job done. We've taken 1 million gold away from him, so we'll just exit and away we go. Thank you. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you, friend. And I'll be taking your gold now. Well, I suppose I could take the planters whilst I'm here, or even all of the sacks. Actually, how's he doing? Oh, he wants a fight. No. We can be friends. We can be friends. Oh god, he really wants a fight. What's up with you, Dorian? Just because I took 1 million gold from you doesn't mean you need to punch me with your fists. Wow, you are really aggressive. Good lord. Don't make me paralyze you. Okay, I've had to paralyze him again. And lo and behold, if you want to take more gold, you just can. Oh god. The Imperial Watch has come. He's apparently going to confiscate stuff and put me in jail. Now, the bounty, I think I just saw it there, was 778 gold. So I'll just pay that gold. Lovely stuff. So there we go. I think I've paid my bounty and I now get put in prison. Good stuff. Well, I'm actually just out of prison. Oh, God, don't stab him. So I've managed to get in and out of prison and I still have 1 million gold to my name because apparently robbing that lovely person for everything he had only put a bounty of 700 gold on me. So yes, profitable robbing from Seymour Clavage. Anyway, Seymour, he needs to go and locate something magical. The most important thing we need to go and locate is, of course, we need a few gemstones and we're going to want a few scrolls because I'd like to do a bit of item exploitation, to say the least. So let us try and leave the prison section. Now, one thing I want to do is buy all of these scrolls, basically, because what we need is we need a multiple of the same scrolls. Now, we have infinite gold, so we might as well just buy as many scrolls as we like. Now this is exactly what I was looking for. This lovely salesman here has 16 scrolls of Absorb Minor Magicka. This is exactly what we want. We want to buy all 16 of them for 400 gold. Now, there's a reason why. This is going to become moderately broken, to say the least. The aim of what I'd like my character to do at the moment is to basically construct a full set of armor which is able to have 100% chameleon on it. 100% chameleon means no one can physically see you. If you are to stab someone, they can't tell where you are and just go, oh, I appear to have a gaping hole in my arm. Where did that come from? You know, whilst we're here, we could buy the Hands of the Atronach for 12,000 gold. Now that's a lot of gold, but you know, come on, we got millions, so why not? We'll buy that. And there's going to be a reason why. I think we can do something magical with this scroll. Anyway, there we go. So we have success. We have a large amount of scrolls and an item that I would like to duplicate. So, how do we start? Well, it's quite simple. Oh my god, is that an Argonian? Oh my god. Oh, they look so silly. What is up with their body? Although, to be fair, I say they look silly. I mean, we do also have this lovely gremlin here to compare. Anyway, it's perfect in my opinion. So, how are we going to duplicate items? Well, it's actually relatively simple. So, to start off with, you want to get the stack of scrolls that you have. So, our lovely Absorb Minor Magicka scrolls, and we want to click on them and have them selected. So, there we go. And then we want to go over to the item that we want to duplicate, like, for example, let's go for the Hands of Atronach, and we want to do a shift and click to drop them on the ground. And if we untab, suddenly we have all of these. So we can grab all of them and lo and behold, oh, we are now over encumbered because we have 7 hands of the Atronach. Don't think we're meant to have that many. So yeah, we'll drop 2 of them. And you know what, we'll just, we'll leave them on the floor. Everyone else can, you know, enjoy some of these overpowered gauntlets. Jesus Christ, look at them. They are pretty meaty hand stuffs. Okay, right. So there are a few ways we can get this 100% chameleon set of armor. We need to get a very special stone, which we can then attach to all of our sets of armor to grant us 100% chameleon. So for that, we're going to want to go to the outer world, come over here to the Imperial Prison Sewer, and we want to run off roughly in that direction over there. So off on our adventure we go. What I don't quite understand is how our character is able to jump in water. I don't know about you, but I've never managed to jump without actually touching the ground. Oh well, the game's unique and funky. Oh no, is that a bandit? I do believe someone's found us. Oh goodness. Oh god, he clunked me. Oh, and he's very good at blocking, this man. Alright, okay, if that's the case, I'm going to have to start to use magic to defeat these people. So what magic do I have? Maybe we probably should have duplicated a flashbolt. Yes, okay, so we'll select Absorb Minor Magicka, and then we're going to drop Flashbolt on the ground, and then we're going to grab all of the Flashbolts, and then we're going to equip the Flashbolt, and now we're just going to cast Flashbolt permanently. Yeah, this is going to hopefully allow us to kill just about everything in the game. Excuse me, did you just hit me? That was very cheeky of you. Flashbolt, away! Oh god, it's too effective. Oh, this game is very special. So yes, we are now on our adventure with the legendary Seymour Clavage, and we're going to be running off in this direction to go collect our lovely chameleon set of armor. Also, if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far in this wonderful game Oblivion, hey, feel free to give the video a like, because you know, it's going to make Seymour happy. Yes, Seymour, are you happy? Yes, I like it when the kids enjoy videos. Yes, what is this YouTube thing? Is it like MySpace? Yes. Oh, Seymour, very similar to MySpace. Oh god, and there we have it. We've located it. Our first paintbrush. Now, why is a paintbrush so overpowered? Well, you see, paintbrushes are unique little creatures. So let's take this bridge here, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the paintbrush by, of course, selecting our Absorb Minor Magic, scrolling down to where we have our paintbrush, and dropping our paintbrush. Oh, wait, they've all decided to levitate. Isn't that interesting, ladies and gentlemen? Why have all of the paintbrushes decided to set themselves and levitate right here? Well, it's because paintbrushes are unique in that they're very broken. So we want to drop one paintbrush, and the paintbrush itself decides to just levitate where it is. Let's drop one paintbrush right here in front of us, and then maybe we drop one paintbrush just a bit lower. Okay, so we drop one paintbrush just about here, and the paintbrush levitates in place, and then we can drop another paintbrush right about here, and we're bam. So that's one paintbrush here, here, and here, and you'll notice, yes, you can stand on the paintbrushes. Now, something you might be thinking is, well, this seems a little bit broken because we can just put another paintbrush over there. So there's another paintbrush there to stand on. And I don't know, we can put one right about here. And so, yeah, we jump from paintbrush to paintbrush. So there we go, we stand on top of these paintbrushes, and we can just keep climbing through the skies on our magical paintbrushes. Oh yeah, this game is quite unique. Alright, so I need to try and locate a gate to Oblivion. Now, a gate to Oblivion allows us to get into this evil, dark world and hopefully find a tower, and then there's this tower which gives us a percentage chance of giving us a chameleon thing which we can strap onto the side of our armor. So yeah, I just need to try and locate the nearest entry point into a gate. Whereabouts are you? Here it is, Kvetch. So yes, we're just going to fast travel all the way over to Kvetch, lob our way through the Oblivion Gate, climb up the towers, and hopefully break the game in order to get our 100% chameleon. All these lovely things. Oh my god, why is the sky going funky? The sky appears to be going very funky. Ah, here we go. Yes, there are goblins coming out of the gates. Now we can just dodge all of their spells using our incredible acrobatics, and we just want to throw ourselves through this gate into Oblivion. So there we go. We're throwing ourselves into Oblivion. Here we are, we're in Oblivion, and now we need to climb a tower. Now, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say that tower over there is the tower we need to get. Oh my goodness. Goblins, go away. Right, now we need to make our way up what appears to be the Mount Doom Tower. Another flashbolt. Flashbolt? Yes. Your flashbolts don't work on me. Mine are superior. Okay, and we go into the tower. Lovely. Now, at the top of this tower, there is going to be a very special thing. But to get up there, we're going to need to flashbolt our way to success. And another one over there. Flashbolt. Perfect. Flashbolt, flashbolt, flashbolt. Perfect. Flashbolt. What did we just kill? The Demora Churl. That seems like a actual important thing. But hey, he died in one hit. That's fine by me. Oh no, there's a thing here. Flashbolt. There's another thing over there. So, flashbolt. Oh my god, that guy looks like Darth Maul. Right, flashbolt. Perfect. Flawless. Oh, this is balanced. Right, let's also take all of their scrolls. Oh, don't mind me. I'll borrow those. Now, where does this go? Door to the Plane of Oblivion. Okay. It looks like I'm going to need to go into the Plane of Oblivion. Oh my god, right. I'm going to need to go into this tower, I guess, to get a key, won't I? Oh, there's someone. There we go. He's dead. He's got a key. Nice, I'll take that. Lovely stuff. And now I've got the key to the keep. I'm going to run in there, steal the sigil stone from this keep, and then job done. We should be able to get the stone, and hopefully the stone is going to be the chameleon stone. And then job done. We've won. We've basically broken the game. So there we go. We're going to open this. Door opens with the sigil key. I know. Lovely stuff. And then we get to climb all the way up a lovely evil staircase. Oh goodness, this looks very intense. Right, and up we come. A very poorly constructed staircase right here. Oh, and a couple of crap goblins. Nice. Right, let's flashbolt them. Flashbolt. And flashbolt. And flashbolt. Flawless. We've nailed it. Right, now we just need to run on up these stairs. Honestly, why is anyone having problems dealing with all of the enemies of Oblivion? Just mass produce the flashbolt scrolls and job done. You've won. Game's yours. So now when we grab this thing, we get a special stone. Now there's a percentage chance that it will have various modifiers like chameleon or maybe just better light armor or whatever. So we want to make sure we get the one that we want. And so for that, we drop down a lovely save point. What we need to do is come up to this lovely little podium here and grab the sigil stone. Now, whatever sigil stone you get depends on the situation. So we were given the Descendant Sigil Stone. Now if we check it, we were given turn undead up to level 7 for 20 seconds on strike. Not gonna lie, that's not the best. So we're just gonna reload, you know? Just gonna reload that. And we're gonna grab another Sigil Stone. Because I don't want to be able to turn undead. No. I want a different Sigil Stone. And what do we get? We get Demoralize up to level 2 for 20 seconds. Nope, that's not going to cut it either. Gotta reload again. Come on, give me a new Sigil Stone. Make it jazzy. It's a subjacent Sigil Stone which grants silence for 7 seconds upon each strike and also chameleon plus 15% on the self. Now, it's not quite 100% chameleon. So how are we going to do that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. We'll get to that. First, we just need to watch the entirety of Oblivion burn down. Anyways, there we go. Oblivion's burnt down. That's one portal sorted. Lovely stuff. The city is saved. Oh, God, you guys look angry. Right, I'll have to kill you. Go away. There we go. I've managed to save the city and destroy the Oblivion Gate. There we go. So apparently we need to break the siege and join our lovely captain here and retake the city. But just before we could do that, I'm going to do a little cheeky duplication glitch. And lo and behold, one Sigil Stone of Chameleon suddenly becomes 16. So we want to grab quite a few of them because, you know, these are completely overpowered things. So we go, how many of these Sigil Stones we got? 10. Now, we're going to start applying some of these Sigil Stones. We'll add it to our rough leather shield. That's going to give us plus 15% Chameleon. And we must first give it a name. Right, okay. What would be a good name for a shield that you can hide behind that most people won't see? It's the Big Chungus Shield, of course. Because everyone would be too busy looking at Big Chungus to actually see the shield. Now we want to add it to our, let's say, rusty iron greaves. And also apply it to our jeweled necklace and call it jazz. And then our rough leather boots. We're going to call these bad boys camo boots because, I mean, come on, as soon as you wear camouflage, you physically can't even be seen. And there we go, job done. Now if we try to wear some of these items, our camo boots, our jazz and our big chungus, we can see that we have plus 15% chameleon from this, plus 15%, so we're up to 30, and then we have another 15% here, so we're up to 45%, and then add another 15 here, so we're up to 65%. We need to make it even better. And for that, I'm afraid we're going to need to get rid of our gauntlets and our armor. In fact, we just need more clothes, basically. More clothes are needed, sire. Right, so let's join the assault, I guess. Break the siege, and hopefully a few soldiers will die, and we can steal their armor and convert it into something jazzy. So here we go. We find ourselves in the city, and there's a bit of a fight going on here. Now, we could help out with the fight. Alternatively, we could just, you know, eat ourselves around and have some fun. More flashbolts, ladies and gentlemen. Flashbolt! Can I actually even be seen? Oh no, at first I can't. But as soon as I start attacking, then I can be seen. Our friendly archer did just accidentally shoot an arrow into my head because they were trying to hit that goblin over there. Right, I'll have to forgive them for that. Oh, what's happening here? Who are you? Oh, you're a hidden little goblin. Little guy. You've got a base ring of shadows which has an extra 20% chameleon on it. Thank you, I'll be borrowing that bad boy. He's just given me an extra 20% chameleon on an item, so we can equip that. Wabam. Very nice, 20% extra chameleon. So there we go, our chameleon skill is so good now, as you can see, our character has become invisible. Whilst we can see him here in this menu, and we can see the arrow going straight through him, if you look in the real world, he is no longer visible. You can see kind of like a faint outline where he should be, but yeah, he is completely and utterly hidden. And now we're going to join the humans on their adventure and hopefully pull all of these people out of the chapel who are stuck in there. Right, let's go into this church. Oh my god, clogs. Oh my god, we've just discovered clogs. Oh, so yeah, we've got our camo boots, but I mean, come on. What about just some wearing clogs? I mean, yeah, you know, we're gonna equip his clogs out with some incredible stats. So let's go find our stone and apply a legendary stone to clogs. These are going to become magic clogs. Oh, goodness. Oh, we've also got a flax tunic. Perfect. This is what we need as well. Because as great as Aegis of the Apocalypse is, a ridiculously fantastic set of heavy armor, it's probably better we wear the flax tunic, due to the fact that it's not as big, and we can also put chameleon on it. Bam! The Adidas camo range is now equipped. But just how much chameleon do we have? Well, of course, we have the Adidas camo, so that's 15 chameleon. Then down here we have the base ring of shadows, which we got very luckily, so that's an extra 20, so we're up to 30 chameleon. Actually, sorry, 35 chameleon. Then we add the big chungus, so that's an extra 15 chameleon, bring us up to 50. And then we have jazz, which adds an extra 15, which takes us up to 65. Then the magic clogs for another 15, that takes us up to 80. And then finally yeet with an extra 15, meaning our chameleon skill is now up to 95. But how do we get it even better? Well, we need to change out of these hands of the Atronak and change to something with our lovely chameleon skill. But until we find it, it's not possible. So we need to find a pair of gloves somewhere, basically. Oh, and Beric Inham has died, so I now need to grab that key from him. There we go, perfect. Oh, and also those iron gauntlets. I'll be taking those because my gauntlet, of course, it's good, but it has its issues because it hasn't got the wonderful chameleon on it. So, I'm going to unequip my gauntlet and we're going to add chameleon to the iron gauntlets. So we come on down here, find our little stone, add the item iron gauntlets, and we're going to add 100% chameleon. Lovely stuff. And create. And now we just equip. There we go. We have finally done it, ladies and gentlemen. Our character will now have technically managed to reach, with an extra 15 chameleon, 110 chameleon skill. He is invisible for all. There's not even a faint outline anymore. Alright, now all we have to do is fight all of these monsters in the courtyard. That should be fine. Once that's done, job done. I've done my best and I've saved the world, effectively. Although I've managed to do so without anyone actually seeing me save the world. I guess that's kind of what Seymour Clavage is about. He saves the world without ever being known as a hero. Mostly because you physically can't even see him. The thing is, like, this AI knows he's getting attacked, he just doesn't know where from. And he physically can't come to terms with it. He's very disappointed by it all. Where did that magic come from? Why is someone hitting me? Why can't I see the person hitting me? Oh god, I made our way inside, but there's some wacky things going on in here, to say the least. Right, I'm going to need to start using some lovely flashbolts. Lovely stuff. Right. And flashbolt. And flashbolt. Perfect. What is this? Flame Atronak? Okay, I guess I attack that. I mean, this is quite a high-level monster, to be fair. But don't mind me, I'll just wail on it from behind, where it can't even notice. There we go, and that's dead. That was quite easy. Oh my god, there's so many beasties around here. How am I meant to fight them? Well, I'll tell you how. You just stand behind them. Oh wait, we can sneak attack for 6 times extra damage. That seems balanced. Because of course, I guess we can just hide behind people, crouch, and sneak attack. And this counts as a sneak attack. Yeah, see, we've got this lovely person. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. I'm using a default weapon, but I'm able to do incredible amounts of damage here. And through into the Count's quarters. Count, you alive, Count? Oh no, I do believe you are very much dead, judging by that body over there. Yep, Count be dead. Alright, let's deliver his signet. Convian ring signet. There we go, I'll steal that. Lovely stuff. Oh no, sorry, I mean deliver, not steal. There we go. We've managed to do our entire quest here, so how about we teleport our way back into the capital and I can show you how to have a fair bit of fun. Right, now who's this person here? We've got Samuel Barrington. Now, theoretically, he technically can't actually see me, so if I take this dagger and just crouch down and just basically start wailing on him, he can't tell where this is coming from. He has genuinely no idea. He hasn't called for guards. All he knows is he's getting attacked from somewhere. And there we go, he's dead. And the guards don't know why he's dead. Oh, who's this? Is this a guard? Yes, a palace guard. Oh no, palace guard. Someone's attacking you. Where's it coming from? Nobody knows. But you should run in that direction to get away from him. Oh, these palace guards. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 100% chameleon character who genuinely can't be stopped. The incredible sneak attack damage that he's doing. I mean, he's just killed a palace guard right there. What are you meant to do to stop something like that? That's just a tad overpowered. Okay, and now I think we pull out our bow. Yes! Yes! I think we're almost getting him. Not quite. There was a bit of attack there. I think we damaged him a fair bit. It's quite difficult doing archery, I must say. Maybe if I did like practice archery, I'd be good at it. Ah, there we go. He's dead. And can we get the guard as well, please? Come on, guard. Yes, stand still, guard. There we go. Lovely stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've had an absolutely lovely time playing the game today. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, then make sure to give the video a like. It really does mean a lot to me. And of course, it means a lot to good old Seymour Clavage. You'd make his little day. He'd be so happy. Very happy. Look at him. Look at him. He's shaking his head. Yes, you've liked the video. Yes. There you go. So you can do that. That would make his day. And in addition to that, if you want to see me break the game Skyrim using very similar, very cheesy exploits, then make sure to go down into the comment section and vote using the wonderful term yay for if you want a Skyrim video, and nay if you want something else and you have something to recommend. That's right, it's all up to you in the community. Although, I guess if I really let the community have its way, we'd have back-to-back 24-hour TE ASMR live streams. But nonetheless, thank you very much for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you here. If you enjoyed what you've seen and you want to see more, then make sure to subscribe. It would be absolutely wonderful to have you in the community. That's right, that's the name of the group here. We want you in it. You'd be perfect. And as always, a massive thank you to my majestic patrons who make all of these lovely videos possible. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do any of these silly things. So thank you very much, you majestic sausages, and I'll see all of you in the next one. And if you want a video to watch next, well, bam, this one on screen now, you're gonna love it. Anyway, farewell. Have a lovely time. Now play me out with some sweet jazz music or something like that. Yes, jazz. Good bit of jazz. I mean, I can't hear it, but I'm imagining it's very good. Oh, and I found an old axe, lovely. Now this old axe is going to allow me to do something fantastic. It's going to allow me to pull the oldest joke in a book. Hey, you God, let me ask you a question. Content creator of the year right here, right now. Look at that. You just don't get content like that anywhere else. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing the lovely game that is Hitman 2. But what are we doing? Well, we're answering the ultimate question. What would happen if in Hitman 2, Agent 47 wasn't limited to just his regular arsenal of rat poison and piano wire, and instead Agent 47 had access to a fully weaponized minigun. That's right, a full minigun which shoots at a terrifying rate and is able to one-shot everything. It's a perfectly balanced weapon, one which I'm sure will lead to absolutely no funny moments. No, this is purely 100% serious Hitman gameplay, and of course along the way we'll be keeping track of many statistics, most importantly my favorite statistic of all Hitman, which is how many accidental civilian casualties we can cause. And because I love civilian casualties, we're going to be taking Agent 47 to the map of Mumbai. Mumbai is a very important map for civilian casualties because it has the most NPCs who aren't actual targets, meaning you can rack up fantastical negative scores, allowing you to leave the level knowing that you've made a lasting mark in the history books of any nation that has signed the Geneva Convention. So without further ado, we're going to be launching ourselves into a brand new lovely game. What destination are we going for? Of course it is Mumbai. We'll be doing the generic mission of chasing a ghost, which basically involves hunting down 3 targets, but more importantly we need to smuggle in a weapon. We can choose a concealed item, and in our case we're going to choose to bring the concealed Dax X2 Covert. The reason we're bringing this is because this is the weapon that I've heavily modified. It is the fastest firing weapon in the game, and I will be hacking the game's files to make it so that this gun has unlimited ammunition and never needs to reload. Also, it will one-hit everything. Basically, it's a perfect minigun. Now, of course, it's very important that a hitman is always aware, and so consequently, instead of bringing our fiber wire, which we can use to decapitate people, we will instead be bringing the ultimate melee weapon, the fish. And here we have it, the ultimate collection of items that we're going to need to really solve the question once and for all, what if Hitman had a fully operational minigun? Now, of course, we're going to be playing on the master difficulty, where guards are very likely to absolutely annihilate us. However, we will have the distinct advantage of being able to tear holes through literally any solid object using our massive def cannon. So now we have arrived in the lovely city of Mumbai, ladies and gentlemen. Now around the map there are dense populations of people, mostly around basically this entire central lived-in area, but it's generally best if we don't start causing chaos over here and instead destroy this area of the map and then slowly work our way down. I think generally that gives us the best chance of trying to kill as many people as possible without risking the lives of our lovely agent. Now naturally I'm going to go down this side alleyway here and make my way onto the construction site, because the construction site is an excellent spot. What is an excellent spot for? It's an excellent spot for trying to murder someone with a fish. I think we've just found our lovely person. I mean, honestly, I don't even need to murder them. Just hitting someone in the head with a fish is enough fun for me. Alright, let's give it a try. And you've been fished. Was it necessary? No. Was it very fun? Yes. Oh no, they found the body. Oh, that is devastating news. However, you find one body and then the next body suddenly arrives. I've just thrown a brick at the back of someone's head. Now the guards are all currently activated looking for this evil man who threw a fish at their comrade. Although now I think they've generally calmed down and I want to get my fish back. Did that man just walk into a rake? I think he did. He just knocked himself out on a rake. What an absolute potato. Oh no, they're investigating us now. Right, my entire cover is blown, which means we now need to unfold Agent 47's minigun. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it begins. I think they have technically just discovered us. Yep, this man's discovered us. And now we're going to have to go into the 360 rampage of getting rid of all of these guards. Now, remember, there is no limit to my ammunition, but I can still die. And in fact, on Mastery difficulty, it's exceedingly easy to die just like that, so we're going to have to give this yet another go. Evidently the slow and steady approach of trying to attack all of the guards at once doesn't work. I think it's better to actually lure the guards out into an area where they're not used to, where there's less cover. And what better way to lure out a whole bunch of guards than to unfurl a fragmentation grenade? Yes, that's right, a full-blown fragmentation grenade. So I'm just going to yeet a fragmentation grenade over there, and I did okay. But I'll tell you what'll do better, blowing up all of the vehicles, because apparently all of these vehicles are made of literal paper. Right, so let's blow up that vehicle, let's blow up that tuk-tuk over there, let's blow up that car. Now am I getting shot at? Yes, but I think we're okay, because what you can do is you can just use wall hacks, hold down control, and it will show you where amongst the NPCs all of the angry guards are. Oh no, they blew up my car. Okay, right. Going in loud with a grenade doesn't work. We need a brand new strategy. Now, I've made my way over to the Den of the Ravens, a local clan and generally the source of a large quantity of armed guards in the slums area of the map. So my idea is simply to infiltrate their local base, and then by doing so they'll probably draw in reinforcements, and then I can slowly whittle down all of those reinforcements so that we are guaranteed to win. Now, of course, I will have to break my way in here. There we go, just quickly smash both of them in the head. There we go, knock them both out. There we go. Oh, this is all fantastic. Right, let's snap both of their necks. Perfect stuff. Oh wait, there's apparently a guard. Okay, he saw me. Okay, it would seem they know where I am now. Right, time for me to work out a good disguise. Oh, who could I be? We'll just also get rid of this other witness. Oh, beans, there's even more witnesses. Why do they keep leaving witnesses everywhere? Oh no. Right, we're dropping down. We're out of here. Drop down. Right, this person needs to die. I now need to disguise myself as the barber. Oh, beans. Right, there we go. I'm a brand new human being. Who could I be? Right, now luckily most of the guards are literally running around the map trying to find us currently. And because they don't have our location, that means that actual front door security for the Raven clan is kind of a bit lax at the moment. Meaning I can actually just walk straight through the front door. Okay, you know what? That works for me. And now that I'm here, I can use the beak staff. My favorite weapon of all. Why is the beak staff my favorite weapon? Well, because you can just kill people like that. No, don't you do that. Get beaked. Ah, lovely. Now, admittedly, I can't use the beak staff for all of my kills, so I'm going to actually have to switch back to a real weapon here. Go, I've killed yet another person. All I need to do is start clearing out all of these local guards, and then we're in a perfect area where we can slowly murder everyone as they walk single file down the staircase. And there we go, 2 more guards murdered. Every guard I kill is another person that I don't have to worry about later in the game as they run around the map trying to kill me. There we go, 2 more guards dead. They still don't actually know who's murdering them. You know, let's pick up a can of spaghetti here, and hello there, random guard. I love spaghetti. No, let us disguise ourselves as an elite thug. Now as an elite thug, I actually look pretty normal, even with my gun out. Right, anyway, we'll kill these 2 people as well. Now the non-target count is starting to escalate, but more importantly, the quantity of guards in the camp here is exceedingly low. I could actually do with grabbing this AK for the sole reason that hopefully it's going to summon a few more guards, because currently all of the guards are dead. Oh no, here they come, here they come. Right, let me grab the hammer. Let me grab the hammer. Oh, I love it. Right, and AK time. There we go. Right, all of the lovely guards are dead. Let's once again go down into the base. Wait, no, they just spotted me. I need to kill that man. Who saw me? beans. Okay, that was going fantastic. I need to try that again. It's such a difficult actual challenge to pull off for the sole reason that we can't die, and it is so exceedingly easy to die because it is just 3 shots and we're dead. We do just have to funnel the guards in single file. We can't beat them in open combat. Right, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Various things have progressed. I got us right to the stage of the game where we were, and you know what, things are doing good. I've murdered off quite a few guards, of which various bodies are being found, but it's okay. They can't pin any of it on me, especially not when I have this incredible weapon here. You see, it turns out you can yeet a beak staff at someone to straight up murder them. And so I mean, when you can yeet a beak staff at someone, of course you're gonna yeet a beak staff at someone. Oh, someone's gone down into the mines. Oh no, this person's found my pile of bodies. I must kill him. Oh, and I found an old axe. Lovely. Now this old axe is going to allow me to do something fantastic. It's going to allow me to pull the oldest joke in a book. Hey, you guard, let me ask you a question. Content creator of the year right here, right now. Look at that. You just don't get content like that anywhere else. Anyway, let's unholster the minigun and start clearing out these guards now as they start wandering down my secret passageway. Now, hopefully they'll be sending yet more and more guards over to our location for us to deal with. There's a few people over there who we want to kill off. I mean, they're mostly just pedestrians, but we should be okay. It's mostly the various guards that we need to worry about. I don't think there's all too many of them left lying around. And we've got 2 guards over here. There's 1 dead, 2 more to go, and then I'm pretty sure that's the local guard population actually completely dealt with. There we go, 1 more dead. Right, time to open ourselves up to this lovely open foyer, and I think it's always important to open yourself up with a bang. So let's yeet that into the crowd. Ah, perfect. And time to begin all of my various busy work, as every single living being on this map, other than myself, must die. And yes, it's going to take a whole lot of bullets to actually pull that off. Oh, there's 1 guard. He spotted us. Oh, and we're getting shot at. Right, we'll run. We'll run. We don't want to engage in beans! Luckily, I have dropped down a save file now, which is around the point where I have cleared out the guard camp, but still, we have to take this exceedingly carefully. Now, I'm back, and a random guard has actually discovered my lovely piece of art that I've been working on here. It's an FPS destroying corpse pile, and a guard just apparently walked straight through it. Yeah, poor little guy didn't really notice that I'm stacking bodies here. For some reason, the guards just keep walking single file down into what is evidently a underground chasm of death, and honestly it's great for me because it means I don't have to go out into the wider world to actually fight them. And even though 90% of these guards are technically working for rival factions in this map's case, for some reason they're all happy to club together and try and work out who the evil bad guy is. This makes it a lot easier for me because it means they're all coming to me. Anyway, let me just go beat staff another person. Now, I have made some great progress. As you can see, there's a very healthy quantity of dead civilians basically all over the map. Is there a guard here? Nope, there's just a random civilian. Yeet. Oh, and of course there's a random guard over there who's packing up a body, and then they're going to take it off to probably somewhere. Let's go see where they're wandering off to. Where on earth are they going? Where are you taking this body? You do know nowhere is safe. Look at the amount of dead people. Oh, I missed one. You're taking him up the stairs. Why are you taking him up the stairs? Oh my goodness, you potato. Why are there so many bodies up here? Why is the AI storing the bodies up in this little room? There's no space. I can play peekaboo. I wonder if people could see me in here. Nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. I love this game. Anyway, we've got some more living civilians here, which naturally need to be dealt with. Sorry, my friends. Oh my goodness, look at all those living civilians. That's a copious quantity of living civilians, in fact. My goodness. And even though we've just mass murdered a whole bunch of civilians, only 1 guard has actually come to try and fight me, and of course that 1 guard is dead. This is just simply due to the fact that I've massacred so many guards that they're starting to run out of guards they can actually send my direction. Now, this staircase is usually meant to be heavily guarded. In fact, this entire area of the map is meant to be heavily guarded, although it would seem that there is in fact no one here to stop me and what I'm about to do, which is blowing up every single vehicle and stand that I can find. Right, I'm sorry, lovely civilians, but for the sake of achieving perfection and an absolutely incredible negative score, all of you must die. If you could all stand still, that would make my life a whole lot easier, but I mean, I completely understand if it's not possible. Ah, lovely stuff. There we go. Is this guy dead here? This man looks like he is completely alive, yet apparently the game's saying he's dead. Yep, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Why is this woman just still standing here in front of the footwear shop? Don't you see there's a slight predicament going on here? If you look through that doorway, it's death. When you look here, It's death. I feel like you should have got the memo. Oh look, and naturally we found a guard, one of the very few guards that actually particularly seem to care about doing anything. Are they bagging up more bodies? I have to let them do this. Right, you know what, I might just find a safe spot and just AFK and watch as they try and fill up a tiny little cupboard with as many body bags as possible. Just simply too entertaining an opportunity to pass up. Right, I'll probably be back in about half an hour once they've managed to fill the room. So I've been staking out the little room for a while now because there's a little ledge outside, and as you can see they just keep bringing bodies. The 3 remaining guards in existence just pop back every 2 minutes to drop off a brand new corpse into the pile. Which has now started vibrating due to the immense weight of all of the accidental casualties, which probably weren't meant to happen. Now, interestingly, guards won't actually body bag up civilians. They don't really care about civilians, it would seem, only random other NPCs and other guards. Oh look, here comes another body bag now. Truly fantastic. I'll get back to you once this room has either crashed my game or hit the ceiling in terms of body bag capacity. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It would turn out after 40 minutes of corpse stacking, the game has just completely crashed. We reached the point where the corpses were piling up just underneath the actual ceiling of the room. However, one final bag was placed in there which completely broke the physics engine, meaning the game completely crashed, and I now have to revert to a save much further ago. Another 700 hours of additional work all for this one video. What have I done? Oh god, this one's truly a marathon. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hitman 2. This is a game which over the last 7 days I have managed to put 40 hours into. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I have played 40 hours of Hitman 2 over the last few days. In comparison, it normally only takes me a few hours to record a video. This Hitman 2 video has taken a millennia. And you want to know the worst thing, ladies and gentlemen? As of this moment right now, it's still not even finished. Because the worst thing is, okay, this save file here, Chasing a Ghost in Mumbai, where we start out in the base, this is on the maximum difficulty. Now, I decided, very well, we'll give this a try as many times as we can, and it crashes, always, at a certain point when the body cap reaches a point of no return and the game dies. So this save file doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen, because we can never finish the game from it. So I decided to start a new save file on normal difficulty where I can save more frequently, but more importantly, the autosave system can fire. So that's this save file here. Now, sadly, one slight issue is that if I load up this save file, it not just crashes the game, it also crashes Steam entirely. It's absolutely incredible. I've never seen it before. So this save file doesn't work. I've tried this challenge close to 30 times now, and sure, I can manage to kill about 500 civilians, but as soon as I go above that, the game dies, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. So what I've done, ladies and gentlemen, is I have turned down the graphics settings of this game, and I'm going to give it one last attempt, but this time there is no stopping us. I am just going to straight out of the gate try and murder as many people as possible. There will not be time for any slow poking around or being a lazy sausage. No, we will be murdering everyone on the medium difficulty of this game. If the game crashes, that's it. That is completely it. I cannot take it anymore, game. You've toyed with me for the last time, and this is your final chance to redeem yourself. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is my final attempt at it. I'm just not going to stop. I'm going to murder these 3 targets, then kill as many civilians as I can before I leave the level. I am not doing anything more or anything less. Right, guards at the front gate, you're dead, you're dead. Let's just walk straight through the front entrance. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Just walk straight on through. There we go. You're dead. So are you. All of these lovely guards have to die. You have to die. Alright, luckily, there we go. There's Rangan Man. Darwood Rangan is now dead, so all we have to do is kill the others. Alright, lovely. A vast amount of his guards are now dead, so it's time for us to leave and go kill the next target. Alright, and there we go. We'll leave this lovely tower. There's a whole bunch of civilians out here, and we'll kill a few of them, but I don't want to kill too many just in case this destroys the game. Alright, there we go. We've kind of cleaved a nice pathway through the civilians. We'll be killing Vanya Shah next. She's pretty easy. She's in a nice open area of the map. The most difficult target for us to kill is the Maelstrom, because they're a target that you usually have to identify and then pick out from the crowd. However, we don't have such such boring limitations today, because instead, all we have to do is simply kill every single NPC on the map, and then that way we guarantee that the Maelstrom will be killed. Right, now the target is trying to flee away, but of course that's not going to work. We're going to be able to get her down. There we go. The target is dropped. Great stuff, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say. Right, there we go. We're kind of sneaking around a bit, which is great for us because sneaking means they can't see us. I'm pretty sure we just have one target left, and of course killing that one target involves murdering about every single civilian on the map. Now, I mean, for the rest of the game, we will be getting a non-target killed pop-up just appearing on our screen no matter what we do, and that's okay. Right, now it's time to try and murder every single civilian on the map, all just so that I can find the Maelstrom. Now, they did make it kind of easy by giving certain NPCs that weren't just regular, relatively uncoded civilians an outline, like say this man here. However, that is still a very large quantity of random civilians that I do have to murder. There we go, we'll just clean our way through this street. There we go. No pop-up saying we've murdered the Maelstrom yet. The occasional explosion of a vehicle every now and again. Now, there are a few guards here which will try and fight us, but luckily for us, these guards aren't very good at their job, or killing a man with a minigun. Right, now we've got to work our way through this crowd of civilians because the Maelstrom could be inside of them somewhere, doing his evil Maelstroming. Now, some people would say murdering every civilian in a city just to kill one evil bad guy is probably not a fair trade, one that is even legal or justified. However, it doesn't matter what they think because I have the minigun and they do not. Now, there's a couple of glowing NPCs around here which of course must be killed just in case they are the Maelstrom. Oh my goodness, we've actually got some fresh guards to fight here. Oh no, they're all dead now. I've accidentally walked my way into the base of the Ravens. Lovely. Now, something tells me the Ravens might have their main man down here because as soon as there's ever a bit of conflict, they do like to retreat to this one area. However, this one area is not safe. You fool, you brought the Maelstrom here because you thought it would be a safe hideout. Well, you were wrong. There we go, we've done it. We did it, we knew he was the Maelstrom. Perfect. What a lovely game. Right, now we have to locate an exit and then the mission is done, so my aim is now to murder as many people as I can before I go to the exit. It's not murdering everyone, it's as many people as possible, because apparently my computer is simply not up to stuff, or this game's engine is not up to snuff when it comes to rendering all of these bodies. And that is a surprise considering that my computer is comprised of the most powerful processor, memory, and graphics card that this market has to offer. Alright, I've cleaned out the top level of the map as well now. It seems that lower graphics were actually all we needed this entire time. There we go, let's just clean out that staircase. Lovely stuff. Yep, this entire back section of the map is now completely cleared out. Now all I need to do is try and empty the front of the map. Alright, here we go. We've made our way to the food district of the map. Once again, there's a lot more civilians over here. Oh my goodness, and they've all bunched up over here. Lovely stuff. This makes things a lot easier for me. There we go. Anyway, we've just got to simply work our way through here. Shouldn't take us too long at all. I think these are now the last few guards right here. Okay, no, there are no guards left apparently. Just innocent civilians. And that one man who ran off but luckily got exploded. Right, I think this is the last area of the map with any innocent civilians. Right, so let's make it nice and quick. There we go, just blow up the tuk-tuks which people are standing near to. Does luckily make things a whole bunch easier for us. Right, now sadly my gun is broken, which means I'm going to need to steal a gun off of the floor here. Oh, thank you. And this is the gun that we're going to have to finish off the mission with because the minigun is now broken. It's not as fast firing as the minigun, but for some reason it does still have the ability to blow up cars. Anyway, we're just going to have to try and work our way through a whole bunch of the civilians hidden around the back of the map here, and trust me, there are a lot of them. The good news is most of them will just walk in front of our gun. Alright, all we have to do is just walk down the street, clear out these last few civilians, and then run out of the level. So I'm pretty sure this is as many civilians as I can feasibly locate / kill before the game tries to kill me. Now, one thing that this game does do rather well is it does group up the civilians really well near the exit of the level. In fact, it sometimes just spawns new ones in to take the places of the ones I've already killed. So it just wants to keep spawning in civilians. That's fine by me. I think there's one last NPC over here, and now it is probably time for us to leave and just see how many non-targets Agent 47 has managed to kill. Okay, no, it's time for us to leave. That one policeman just on his phone, busy, just letting us walk past with pants on our head. Right, let's see just how many people Agent 47 has managed to murder today, ladies and gentlemen. How many watch lists can we put him on, and how many non-targets have we managed to off? All must be discovered. Disconnected. Your connection to the Hitman 2 server has been lost. Oh my goodness, they're trying to get rid of us. Okay, it's simply because the game knows of our crimes and doesn't want our score to be displayed on a scoreboard in case other people get the idea to try and attempt this as well. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen, due to our total challenges complete, we get 4,000 experience. Look at that. Isn't that just incredible? Oh, and fantastic stuff. Lots of guard headshots heard. We leveled up a bit. We're level 29 now, but of course, this isn't as important. What's important is the detailed score XP. Yes, now this is the actual statistic that we need to find out, because here we discover just how many non-target kill penalties we've received. We've received minus 6.6 million in terms of non-targets killed. Now, how many NPCs is that? Well, all you need to do to find out is to take that score of 6,675,000 and divide it by 5,000, which is the actual penalty for killing innocent civilians. And that means that today, ladies and gentlemen, we have just murdered 1,335 NPCs using Agent 47 with a minigun. Now, I reckon this score can be beaten because I think there are still NPCs on this map that I've missed. So if you can go and beat the score, then send it to me over Twitter. I'd absolutely love to see it, my friends. I'm sure it will be absolutely fantastic to see what terrifying monstrosities you've created. Now, of course, it's important to go back to the start of the video and ask ourselves the question once again of should you give Agent 47 a minigun? And the answer is no. But I'm not saying no because I care about all of the innocent civilians that we've murdered. I am saying no for the sole reason that it has probably destroyed my computer. And so I don't recommend giving Agent 47 a minigun, for I fear it might destroy the very fabric of reality itself. Also, it took me an incredibly long amount of time. But anyway, if you actually enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then feel free to give it a like and also do consider subscribing. Now, of course, there is actually someone else out there who has done this very same challenge on the master difficulty. That is Big Mooney06, a very Scottishy person who has murdered every single NPC in Mumbai on the hardest difficulty setting. I mean, he might not have actually got every single NPC, but he's certainly got a lot of them. So hats off to him, well done. However, I'm afraid that's all from me today, folks. I have had an absolutely insanely busy last few days recording this video, and now I'm ready to sit down and record something else. What other exploits have I got? Well, I've got an exploit for Bannerlord that I want to record. I've got an exploit for Civilization 6 that I want to record. I've got an exploit for the brand new crimey game from Paradox called Empire of Sin, which I also want to pull off. So hop on down to the comment section and suggest to me what game I should exploit. And also, please do not go down into the comment section and remind me of the sanctity of human life by quoting various extracts of the Geneva Convention. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and goodbye for now. Hey Olivia, it's me, Duncan. Do you want to come over and play? No thanks. I can't because I am currently being drowned to death. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Spiffing Brit, and today we are playing The Sims 4. I know, what an absolutely wonderful game. I did do a trial run of this yesterday and I discovered something very interesting. The Sims games are a rather simple concept. You start as your character and you grow with them. They might die of old age and they might start working in jobs, doing professions, learning hobbies, that kind of thing. You can do basically anything in this game. It's wonderful. However, I find that really the best rags to riches tales are ones that have absolutely zero effort in them. You see, who wants to be a millionaire if you've actually worked for those millions? Why not be a millionaire because, you know, you've just stolen millions? So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today in Sims 4. We're going to be creating just someone who's going to ruin everyone's lives. We're going to be going into homes, joining people's families, stealing all of their stuff, and then just leaving with the profits. It's gonna be great, just you watch. Now, of course, we need to create a character who is the perfect physical representation of everything that is evil in this world. I think first we're gonna pick his aspirations, however. We're going to give our Sims the fortune aspiration, because of course they're going to stumble across a massive amount of fortune. And of course, we don't want to have a successful career. Who wants to be fabulously wealthy? No. We simply want the Mansion Baron. This Sim is all about owning the biggest and fanciest house. Oh, trust me, we are going to own the biggest and greatest house out there. So naturally, we want to be a materialistic kleptomaniac who is also very jealous. Now we just need to create a name for our glorious character who's going to steal everything. And so, you know what? I think we're going to go for the lovable villain that is Lord Farquaad. That's right, it's Lord Farquaad from Shrek. Now all we have to do is somehow recreate the legendary Lord Farquaad. I'm actually going to have to Google a picture of Lord Farquaad because I'm afraid it has been a while since I've seen the legendary film that is Shrek 1. Oh my goodness, okay, I've just checked out the hair. I think I can recreate it. It's going to be an interesting task. I think I might be able to find something that does it.
2 2,000 years later.
Right, here we have it. It's Lord Maximus Farquaad, the character I've created. My god, this is as close to Lord Farquaad as I could get it, but I think I've basically managed it, including the incredible lady-slaying fedora that he has. Basically, we're following Lord Farquaad in his early years. Currently, he's on an adventure to wealth, and this is basically Lord Farquaad prior to meeting Shrek and how he comes upon all of his wealth. So we're going to watch the adventure of Lord Farquaad as he sets himself up for the antagonist of the 2001 hit animated film feature Shrek. Also, I didn't just give him an everyday clothes, I gave him formal clothes, athletic clothes, sleeping clothes, party clothes, swimwear, hot weather wear, and of course cold weather wear. So Lord Maximus Farquaad is kitted out for all environments. Right, now ladies and gentlemen, if you're all sitting comfortably, if you've all got your cups of tea, if you've all liked the video, if you're all waiting to see how I'm going to break Sims 4, then I do believe we're probably all ready to begin. So here we go, it's the legendary Farquaad household. Let's change the portrait. Oh, let's see what position we can get him in. Oh, look at that, it's a fun going Farquaad, I like that. Now we're here in the world, we need to select a world to move into with the legendary Lord Farquaad. Now, we have a very interesting place over here. Look at this. This is a beautiful area of town. There's tons of houses around here. So yeah, I think we're going to buy a plot of land somewhere, but probably the cheapest plot of land I can find. Yes, here we have it. It's Bargain Bend. This is exactly the property I've been looking for. So yes, we're going to move in with Farquaad into Bargain Bend. Now this does drop our funds down to 18,000, but don't worry, this is a rags to riches tale. We're going to be going from 18,000 to hopefully, I'm thinking $1 million. So here we have it. We're at Bargain Bend with the legendary Lord Farquaad. Now is he going to set up a house? Is he going to build his house? Are we going to customize a house? No. He has no intention of doing that. We're going to go on the phone and we're going to move household immediately. Lord Farquaad has no intention of staying on this current plot of land with absolutely nothing on it. So we're just going to turn up on someone's doorstep and move in, and guess what? They're not going to say no. So what we're going to do is we're going to move in with the Goff family. These guys look great fun, and we're just going to drive over there and move in. There we go. So we're going to merge, and of course this merges our household funds as well as the inventory. And here we have it, Lord Farquaad and his brand new family. Oh, milestone complete. Lord Maximus has completed his dream already. There we go. Now he just needs to purchase 5,000 worth of landscaping. Well, I'm sure we can do that eventually. So we're just going to pause the game and enter into a little building mode. As you can see, this place is absolutely gorgeous. It's huge as well, but there's a few improvements we can make. We could definitely do with a swimming pool. So yeah, we're going to build a little swimming pool here for our lovely new family, and of course install a ladder there. Oh, isn't that great? Now Lord Farquaad, he isn't really one to swim, but what he will do is he will go over here and invite everyone to come and swim. So yep, he's going to swim with, oh, and guess what? He's going to summon everyone. Everyone's going to have a fun time in the pool. Fun. Emphasis on the fun. Come on, Lord Farquaad, jump on in. It's not a very big pool, but it's enough to fit everyone in, and you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Isn't that lovely? The entire family's in. Of course, Lord Farquaad isn't. Lord Farquaad's on his phone. He has no intention of doing such a thing. So we're just going to pause the game. That's great. Farquaad, has this family got a piano? Yes. Farquaad, I'd like you to come over here and then practice the piano so you can ominously play over what I'm about to do now. So we've got the entire Goff family in the pool, but I'm afraid the Goff family, they were never really going to be enough for Lord Farquaad, were they? So we're just going to seal them in. Yep, they can just live in there for a little bit. There we go. Farquaad, come and enjoy their little piano. Now, as you might notice, we're already at 62,000 simoleons. Not bad at all. There we go. Whilst their family's enjoying their time, you know, swimming away. And don't get me wrong, they are enjoying their time. Look at them in here. They're just, you know, treading water, having some fun. It's quite nice, you know. They're doing a bit of swimming practice, I guess. That's good for them. Lord Farquaad, however, he's having a fun time on the piano. Anyway, whilst we're here and they're all in the pool and they can't stop me, Lord Farquaad is going to sell all of their furnishings. In fact, he might as well sell an entire room. So that's an entire section of the house removed for 28,000. Maybe let's just remove the entire next floor. In fact, entire aspects of the house can probably just be removed. Yes, it does appear that I've removed the entire second floor of the house. Lord Farquaad has now ground his way up to 173,000 simoleons. Very good, Lord Farquaad, very good. Technically, they're having a great time in the pool. They're having family time and a deep connection. They've got good vibes. Good vibes at the moment for this person here, Bella Goff. She's getting some good vibes from this pool. Mortimer here, Mortimer Goff is having a relaxing swim apparently. I mean, I can see the concern starting to sweep in over his face because he's never getting out of here. Lord Farquaad, however, he's the, you know, social butterfly. He's making everyone feel better. Lord Farquaad is learning the charisma skill. Oh, yes, Farquaad, you're absolute social butterfly. And you can swim laps. That'll make you stronger. That should keep you afloat longer. The stronger you are, the less likely you are to drown. So just keep on swimming. Maybe, I don't know, stand on the bodies of your family as well if you need a bit of a rest. Well, the family are nearing, what is it, 6 p.m. So they've probably been in the pool for about, I'm gonna go around 10 hours now. Yeah, so they're doing a pretty decent job, I must say, but they're gonna have to give up eventually. And Farquaad's over here just enjoying the chess table. Enjoy your time here. Yes. Some would say there's something oddly British about going into a new place and then stealing everything they have and then just moving on to the next place. But I mean, come on, Lord Farquaad, he's just, he's an absolute player. He knows how to get wealth and money, and that's all that matters. As we near midnight, the family is still swimming around in the pool. I feel quite sorry for the Goth family. There is nothing they can do because I'm afraid Lord Farquaad over here, he built a massive concrete wall around you, and everyone knows there's no escape from a concrete bunker. I mean, just look at that. No one's going to question why this was just built in the space of a few hours. This concrete bunker. New neighbors turn up like, hey, we'd like to come hang out in your house here, have some fruitcake, and then just look outside. Why is there a massive concrete brick out there? Oh, just leave it be. It's fine. Why does the concrete brick smell of dead people? Well, I guess we're going to have to move houses then. Who's got the lowest energy? Oh, it's Mortimer Goff. He's running low. He's positively exhausted. Oh, Mortimer Goff, you're going to be the first one to drop, I'm pretty sure. Oh, rest in peace, Mortimer. Mortimer appears to have bloody died, and Def has turned up with his tablet here. I think he's just checking the list. Yep, Def, I can 100% confirm Mortimer is dead. And Farquaad doesn't care because, in the eyes of Farquaad, Mortimer's just an absolute random stranger. Oh, no, Alexander's going. Oh no, Alex. Oh. The fact that this game lets you drown children, that's pretty deep. It's pretty deep indeed. Lord Maximus Farquaad, he's just going to enjoy his little scrambled eggs and bacon. He's having a lovely time over here. Oh, poor Bella Goff. They're also drowning. There's only one left now. It's only Cassandra Goff. Oh, that's a shame. Def is now harvesting all of those organs. Rest in peace, Cassandra Goff. You have died. But hey, apparently they pulled an all-nighter. They stayed awake for 24 hours. That's an achievement. What a lovely achievement to have. There we go. Maybe let's engrave something on this grave. This is for Mortimer. Gone but not forgotten. Enter some kind words to remember Mortimer by. Now, how about you lose? Because, I mean, you have. I have just actually stolen everything you own, and your family are now... well, let's just say your family aren't in the best of shape at the moment. They're not in the best of shape. I was going to say maybe Farquaad wants a shower, but I mean, we don't actually have access to a shower. Instead, we can brush teeth, that's fine. Farquaad, just brush your teeth. It's about as powerful as having a shower, so don't you worry. There we go. You don't need showers if you just power brush your teeth again and again and again. In fact, I think we might as well just brush your teeth off. And there we go. We've maxed out hygiene just with brushing his teeth. Don't need to even wash your body. Your body could be coated in dirt, but provided you have shiny teeth, this game says, hey, you're doing good. I think it's time we sell up this house and move on to the next one. So naturally, we just want to go into the build mode and make sure we delete everything. I was wondering if we could sell their graves, but no, we'll just keep their graves here as a nice little memento of what we've created here. So there we go. Good stuff. And we have managed to get 27,000. Good stuff, Lord Farquaad. I would say that is an outstanding success. Now we need to move on to the next household. It's time to load up the phone and move household Farquaad. So Lord Farquaad has managed to go from making only... Oh god, I've realized I've left the roof on the house. That's fine. That can float there forever. But hey, Lord Farquaad has gone from starting with only 20,000 to now owning 282,000 simoleons. Not bad at all. So let's move into another household. What have we got over here? It's the Strong family. Oh, that is just outright fantastic. What's their net wealth at? Their net wealth is at 259. That's brilliant. I'm pretty sure these are the people who came to visit me for a housewarming. How kind of them. I'm now going to just immediately move in. And here it is, the Oakstead Strong family. Oh, look at them. We got Raiden Strong, we got Paola Strong, Kiana Strong, and John Strong. Wait, is that John Tron? No, it's John Strong. Easy mistake to make, ladies and gentlemen. This family, they have a huge garden. Isn't that brilliant? Huge garden, you know what that means? Small swimming pool. It's the only logical conclusion. So there we go. We've just built a little swimming pool for them. There we go. All the family can now enjoy the brand new swimming pool. We've just convinced the entire family that it is their key imperative to come over here and swim in the swimming pool. So come on, jump on in. There we go. We got the entire family and now they can have some fun.
Few inches later.
How's the family doing? They're all doing great. They'll do fine for a while. I say give them another 24 hours. Farquaad has gained level 2 piano skill. Oh, well done, Farquaad. He's happy. He's got a brand new bed, a brand new family, and a brand new place. There we go. And John Strong is learning the skill of comedy. Good for you, John Strong. My, oh my, oh my. This is one very fancy house. Just look at it. What are we going to do with it? Well, I mean, we've already built this massive concrete block here. Oh, big F. Someone's drowning. Who is it? Oh, it's John Strong. Oh, no, it's Kiana Strong. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. Oh, the children always go first. What a shame. But hey, don't worry. Lord Farquaad is confident. He's just got some minty freshness. Oh, Raiden Strong is dying. Big F for Raiden Strong. Oh, and at the same time, it's his mother as well. Paola Strong is going. But look at this. John Strong. He really is the strongest of the Strong family. Oh, no. No, only for a bit. Rest in peace, John Strong. Rest in peace. Mega F for John Strong and the entire Strong family. Farquaad, however, he's pretty confident. Apparently, this sim over here is still dying. Paola Strong. There's absolutely nothing I can do. She is just managing to stay afloat somehow. Could you, I don't know, stop having a chat with your dead son and instead get on with drowning? That is the most important action. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I basically just had to use a command to Thanos snap that character out of existence. But hey, Lord Farquaad is finally by himself. It's a bit risky with the Thanos snap. It could have gone either of two ways. We could have lost Farquaad, we could have lost Paola. Gonna cook one last meal and then it's time for Lord Farquaad to move on to the next house. He's happy, he's confident, he kind of burned that, but hey, you know, he's doing the right thing. Oh, Don't do what is that? That is not cooking. Oh well, hey, he's gonna eat it anyway. I don't know what he's made. Oh, apparently quality excellent. Lord Farquaad has made some excellent quality French toast. That room can go, that can go, that can go. Lord Farquaad, let's go back into your inventory and place down these gravestones that you have. We don't need them. So there we go. The 3 gravestones are the people that lived here, excluding Paola, who was Thanos snapped into a different reality. I'd say good success. We're now up to 487, and Farquaad, let's move household. Yeah, we'll go for the Spencer Kim Lewis family. This looks incredible. Bam, we're gonna move in with them. Oh, look at it. The entire family's here, all together at last. Maybe I build something different this time. What's another brilliant way to kill Sims? Yes, I know what. I've got a fun idea for what we can build. I've got a great plan, in fact. We're gonna build a room over here. It's gonna be the greatest room that's ever existed. And of course, in here, we're going to need a few lights because, you know, people like to see. And then, of course, we're gonna need some things that produce fire. Like, for example, a wood-burning stove or a heat-seeker fireplace. This one looks very exciting. But actually, we'll also add a charcoal grill into a closed building. That seems great. That's an absolute success in my eyes. There we go. The entire family's in. Nice. And let us get rid of that doorway. Oh, and poor Olivia Kim Lewis is late for school. Don't worry, I don't think you'll ever be going to school again. But of course, if we just have the fires running, that is not enough. We also need to add in some combustible objects nearby to burn down. So that means furniture, including, of course, carpets. Carpets really should not be put next to fires, but alas, here today, we're all about placing carpets. What about combustible wooden chairs? That's right, we got those bad boys. Add a couple of those down. There we go. Good stuff indeed. Good stuff. So we've added combustible objects. Oh, look at Farquaad here tending to his food at night. Isn't he a happy little man? There we go. He's just leveled up to level 3 cooking. Oh no, he started a fire. Oh god, okay. Oh, Farquaad had a little brush with death there, almost burnt himself to death making a grilled cheese toasty, but hey, you know, good thing is he's alive. How's the rest of the family doing? They're doing, but hey, they're gonna get ravenously hungry eventually, and they'll either eat themselves or they'll, you know, just drop down. Then we can sell this house and move on to the next one, because Farquaad, he's currently sat on almost 600,000 simoleons. He is very happy. Farquaad is kind of like a plague of locusts on this world. He enters into a house completely uninvited, kills them, and then steals everything, and then sells it almost immediately. I mean, he's really quite efficient at it. I'm very impressed by Farquaad. Very impressive little man. Look at Farquaad go. He's making little green salad. How's the other family doing? Let's check on them. Yeah, things aren't going quite as well. They're covered in dirt, just passing out on the floor repeatedly. There's no energy. There's no hygiene. There's no fun to be had, apparently. This is what peak human performance looks like. Look at this beauty. Lord Maximus Farquaad. What a guy. The thing is, The Sims 3 has this massive entire world that you can explore. You can, like, go on bar crawls. You can invite loads of friends around, host parties. I don't really want to do any of that, if I'm honest. I'm just all about, you know, the gritty story of Lord Maximus Farquaad as he goes on a rags to riches tale, barging in on families, trapping them in concrete boxes, watching them die, and then selling all of their belongings. I mean, no one's going to question him. He's simply too cool. Check out those incredible shades of his. He's an absolute legend. What a guy. Oh no, what's this? Olivia is very hungry. Be sure to feed her before she gets taken away. Does this game physically not let you starve children to death? Well, I mean, if she's taken away, I mean, that's less issues for me, if I'm honest. So that's fine. Olivia, yeah, you just stay there, be yourself. Actually, Lord Farquaad is also upset because he hasn't swiped anything yet. Let's take Lord Farquaad on a quick little adventure. Yep, the nightclub. Let's go. It's just good old-fashioned Farquaad and the lads, aka no one, because no one wants to be his friend. I think we might be able to swipe a few drinks. That's the hope. Here we go. We're in the blue velvet. Oh, wait, no one's over here. Attempt to swipe. Go. Steal the drink. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. The madman actually did it. Oh, he's done it. You know, we've been out, we've inspired people, we've managed to steal a drink. I think it's time we move home. Let's go back and see how our friends in the house are doing. You know, see how many of them are alive, see how dehydrated they are, how hungry they are, and whether they've eaten their granddad yet. Who knows? You know, this is just a classic Spiff gaming experience that you guys have tuned yourselves in for. Why are all of your hungers fine? Where do you get the food from? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Right, we need to switch this up a bit then. I'm sorry, but we're just going to have to add a swimming pool here. Let's add in an access to the pool, and now we just basically need to convince the entire family, even though they've just escaped a chamber, to just have a swim. There we go. Everyone's happy. They've got their swim on, and there we go. We'll just roof them in now. Maybe we could add another floor to it, actually. There we go. That seems good. We've improved the concrete tower. We've made it a pretty meaty concrete tower now, and we have, of course, put the family in the pool. They do start out with low energy already, so a lot of them are going to drop off early. We're going to want to move household soon though, because of course Lord Maximus did completely and utterly burn down the oven, so yes, we don't want to deal with that anymore. The last thing Lord Maximus wants to do is to have to splash out £16,000 to buy a new oven for this family. Lord Maximus has his priorities. He has a castle to build. He needs to make sure that he has this wonderful kingdom. He needs to build up this kingdom, make it impressive, and then, you know, invite Shrek on over. And some of you forget that if we didn't have Lord Maximus Farquaad, Shrek just wouldn't be the same. Oh, hang on a second, someone's dying. Oh no, oh no, no. It's good old Eric Lewis. Rest in peace, Eric Lewis. He's just floated away down there. Big F to Eric Lewis, but he has just died. How is everyone else in the pool? They're doing good. We've already lost one member of the family. Olivia Kim Lewis, what's up? Are you getting a call? Hey, Olivia, it's me, Duncan. Do you want to come over and play? No, thanks. I can't because I am currently being drowned to death. It's almost Vivian's time. Make the most of these final days. Oh, Vivian's gonna die of old age, even if the pool doesn't take her. Achievement, vengeful deity. Someone's dying. Oh, it's Vivian. Via unnatural death. I don't know what you mean. Death by pool is completely natural. And now the family of 5 has gone down to a family of 3. It's going to be impressive to see who gives up next. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. It's either going to be Olivia Kim Lewis, the child, Dennis Kim, the old man, or Alice Spencer Kim, the mum of 1. Now, who do you think's going to do it? Dennis, Alice, or Olivia? The vote is now. Who's going to be the last one standing and get epic victory royale? That's right, we're playing battle royale now. He's not going to be able to do it. Dennis, he's running low on energy. Actually, no, he's going for a swim. He's powering on through there. He's gaining the skill of fitness. Or maybe let's have them swim laps. Maybe that can increase their fitness skill enough for them to survive. Assert your dominance over everyone else in the pool by pretending you aren't completely knackered by swimming. There we go. Level 3 fitness. That's going to keep them afloat for a little bit longer, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Maybe that means they'd be the one to survive. Well, not survive. No one's going to survive. I like how from this house you can kind of have a bit of a view of the house that we destroyed last time. Oh, and also there's their graves. Yep. You can go visit those if you like. That's the next house over. These people have lasted a ridiculous amount of time in that swimming pool. I think they've lasted more than anyone else. I'm really impressed by this family. Well done. You know, we might as well start selling off aspects of this house as well, you know, because we're going to be leaving soon. There we go. We're up to 750,000. It's almost Dennis's time. Make the most of these final days. Oh, I'm going to make the most of these final days. I think we'll have grilled cheese toasties. That's how we're going to celebrate these final days. Of course, you can't have them. Oh, no. Devastating news. Oh, look at this. At the same time, Dennis Kim and Alice Spencer Kims are gone. Oh, Olivia is also following them. But Olivia, congratulations, Olivia. You have won the Royal Rumble and you've managed to successfully drown yourself to death. Well done. The last person to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. F for Olivia and everyone else in chat. A lot of people have drowned today, but hey, you know, that's one family down. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautifully successful run. An entire family has been wiped out, and let's make sure we clean up all the evidence and get rid of this pool before anyone starts questioning where all these pools are coming from. There you go. So we're now up to 775,000. Very good. It's time for Lord Farquaad to move on to the next house. Ooh, there's the Landgrab family. They've got 200,000 to their name. Very interesting. We'll go for the Landgrab family. Oh, here we have it. I am so happy. Look at this. Gain 1 million simoleons in a single household. Oh, look at well done. Apparently, for some reason, Lord Maximus Farquaad has gained 1 million simoleons. I guess this property value is 1 million simoleons. That's a good sign. If this is all worth 1 million simoleons, then this is going to be the one to clear it all out. Let us immediately get started with this swimming pool then. And it's time we convince everyone to go for a swim. Farquaad's just arrived. You think he's your friend. He's come in, built you a pool, and now he's going to immediately eat a ham and cheese sandwich which was just left lying out. No. He is not your friend. Lord Farquaad has no ulterior motive, I'm afraid. And that all starts with adding a few walls. We need to build the Farquaad wall. Farquaad, he loves his walls. It's Malcolm's birthday party. Celebrate Malcolm's birthday party by throwing a rocking party. Oh, you guys just have a rocking pool party. Farquaad, however, he's not celebrating the birthday party. He's just going to sleep in his little bed and be happy. Enjoy your fruitcake, my friend. Tasty fruitcake. Oh no! Devastating news! Jeffrey Landgrab is drowning. Witnessing deaths. Oh wow, they've both drowned at the exact same time. Malcolm, your parents have just died before your eyes. What are you doing? You're just witnessing some deaths and enjoying some swimming. Oh, they are just, sprawled out there. Yeah, Malcolm, you just have some fun, my friend. And Malcolm's also drowning. Oh, rest in peace, Malcolm. Oh, I think this could be the end for the Landgrab family. Wait, hang on a second. Nancy's back alive. Nancy, how the hell did you pull that one off? That's pretty impressive, I've got to be honest. You managed to bring yourself back to life. I have no physical way to defeat Nancy Landgrab. Apparently, she is just the mortal enemy of Lord Farquaad and cannot be destroyed. So instead, I'll just sell her entire homes and belongings, considering, I have just killed off her entire family. So yeah, we'll just get rid of all of this, sell everything they own, and then we'll just move on to the next house. Like the swarm of locusts we really are. There we go. We're going to quickly move in. Just be done with it. That's fine. This game's over after that. This is all we're doing. I just want to see how much money we can get to. This is all he wants. He just wants to own a rich house. Have a home worth 350,000. It's not worth 350,000? Right, the Schnapple fridge. It's worth 14 grand. Let's place down a few of these 14 grand fridges everywhere. There we go. Aspiration achieved. Mansion Baron. You've done it. He's done it. He's maximized his satisfaction. There is no way to make him more happy. What an absolutely incredible man. He's completely fulfilled all of his aspirations. There is no way to stop him. What a guy. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy with this. We can just sell everything now. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I have been the Spiffing Brit. I have absolutely destroyed the Sims today. And if you want to have some fun and mess up the Sims too, give me a shout. I would love to absolutely see it. It sounds wonderful. If you've really enjoyed what you've seen today, feel free to give the video a like. Do consider subscribing. It would be absolutely wonderful to have you join us in our great community here. And of course, remember, Lord Farquaad, he'd love to have you here too, even if he is setting fire to sausages. Anyway, as always, a massive thank you to all of my patrons. All of you are absolutely fantastic, majestic sausages, just like the ones Farquaad is cooking right now. All of your names are listed here on screen. You are absolutely bloody marvelous people. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. And if you want a video to watch next, then I strongly recommend these ones on screen now. If you enjoyed this, you are going to absolutely love them. Anyway, I've been the Spiffing Brit, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Have a nice day. Oh, I'm so sorry, enemy force. You were really not designed to fight us. Oh my goodness. It's a massacre, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute massacre. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me once again in the fantastical world of Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Now, the developers have just released a brand new balancing update. That's right, we're on version 1.5 now, ladies and gentlemen. And alongside that update, they added a whole bunch of new skill trees for the archery classes. Oh, and that's just what I've been waiting for, so that I can exploit the game and create the ultimate meme army, because today we're going to try and beat Bannerlord using only ranged units. That's right, it's going to be archers only from this point on. But of course we won't just be exploiting the ranged units of the game, we'll also be choosing things so that we have infinite experience, infinite money. Oh, and also there may or may not be a teleportation glitch thrown in here for good fun. Just about everything in this game can be exploited, and so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen, because we're about to unleash a whole bunch of chaos on the world of Calradia. Let's start a brand new campaign. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to starting a new adventure and building an archer-only army, you're going to want to pick a faction which is relevant, and for us, we're going to pick the Vlandians. The reason why is simple. They're going to give us more XP after each battle. This is important because starting out the game, we're not going to be able to recruit archers. No, we're going to have to recruit regular bog-standard peasants, and then level them up to being archers via having them simply observe us fighting a whole army of looters in a battle, and only then can we get an army comprised of only archers. Now that we've chosen our culture, it's time for us to design our character, and my goodness, this muscly lovely beefcake here, as much as I would love to play as him, I've got some other things planned. Firstly, we're going to metagame this and make our character small so that they can dodge missiles. Now if you couldn't already tell who we're making, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be none other than the legendary Robin Hood. That's right, not to be confused with his cousin Robin Hood, who steals from the rich to give to the poor. This is Robin Hood, who steals from the poor to give to himself, who is the rich, so I guess it's all fine. Now Robin Hood is naturally, as you can imagine, going to be a very, very powerful archer, and so we're going to make him into one of the most powerful and terrifying military leaders and wealthiest men Calradia has ever seen. All we need to do now is design his backstory. Now logically, you'd want us to send him down an entire backstory of being an archer and going on hunting missions, but no, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want any of that. Instead, blacksmith. Every single point you can put into blacksmithing, you need to put into blacksmithing. And if you can't do that, you're putting points into endurance. Those are the only two categories. He doesn't need to start out with any skills with bows. No, it is entirely points into smithing that he needs, trust me. So we're going to make it so that Robin Hood here rode with the scouts. He also invested a whole bunch of his own money into a workshop, and then when it came to our backstory of us trying to escape from the bandits that stole our families, we didn't drive them off with arrows. No, instead we rode off on a fast horse because this gives us extra endurance. I'm sorry, family, you'll have to find your own way out. And now we need to enter our name. We shall be the legendary Robin Hood. Now of course we're going to be playing on the regular difficulty because it's going to add in a fun bit of challenge and also completely destroy the balance in the game. And all we need to do is decide our character's backstory and then we're good to go. Oh bugger, and the game's crashed. God damn it, Bannerlord. Oh, early access game, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, and after a quick restart, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we've been thrown immediately into customizing our clan's banner. Now, of course, we are of the Hood clan, and we need something to represent our Bowie goodness. And considering how probably self-obsessed Robin Hood is, we're going to simply get a painting of him riding on horseback, yeeting an arrow into someone. We're going to go for this very funky looking banner. Isn't that just absolutely visually nauseating? That's exactly what I'd expect from you. So because of how we've set up our character, we've started out with immediately an ability to invest points into riding and smithing. This is perfect because we don't actually need to start out with points in bows because we're going to learn it very soon. Also, make sure to spend any spare focus points you have lying around immediately into smithing because we're going to need it. Anyway, when it comes to smithing, you're going to want to pick up efficient charcoal maker. It's one of the most important things to learn. And then in the riding category, we're going to increase our maneuver by 10%. There we go. Lovely stuff, and we can immediately begin with the game. Now of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, make sure you're sat back, relaxed, with a nice warm cup of tea in hand because you're going to need it, and most importantly, if you're feeling especially fantastic, you can even give this video a like. Thank you very much. Now straight away we're going to try and recruit up some men because we're going to need some assistance if we're ever going to get into a fight, or rather we're going to need some people to learn from us. Now we start out the game with 1,000 gold, and honestly I'm afraid that's not enough to really survive, and so we're going to need to find a way of making money. Luckily this game has a multitude of ways of making money, and so we're going to grab this one Imperial recruit, and I'm going to be taking this one guy on an adventure of how to make stupidly large amounts of money in Mount and Blade Bannerlord. Now luckily, because we've just started out the game and we have basically nothing, we have an incredibly fast speed when it comes to crossing the actual map. A speed of 6.5 basically means that none of the AI is going to be able to catch up to us. Now the thing is, we're being chased by a band of looters. They number as 5, and honestly I think it might be a good idea to try and fight them. The reason is simple. Whilst I technically have an army comprised of 2 Imperial recruits that I can't use because they are melee infantry, I have myself, and I have a bow, and consequently if I can kill 5 of these looters, then I can use the experience and level up my peasants into a natural fighting force. And so Robin Hood's adventures must now begin. Immediately I'm going to have my men run away to the other side of the battlefield, in fact just as far away as I can get them, and now I'm going to try and take out all of these looters solo. Oh lovely, they have to cross a bridge. There we go, that's one looter down. Now what we have to really do is watch out for the rocks that these guys are going to be throwing, but honestly they're not too bad. There we go, there's another looter down, and another, and another. There's just one last looter, let's quickly find him. We've got 10 shots left, so I'm pretty sure we can close this out. Where are you? Oh, you're trying to get to my lovely infantry. Infantry, run away! Run, infantry, run! Don't let him catch you. Don't throw a rock at my peasants, I need them to learn how to be archers. Stop it. Behave you. Ow, you silly sausage, stop throwing rocks at me. There we go, battle complete, 5 looters dead, and hopefully my men have learned a bit about how to fight. And we get some prisoners as well, lovely stuff. Oh, and some equipment, this is even more valuable. I'd say all in all a very good first combat. Now immediately upon spawning in, you're going to want to make your way over to the greatest location to make money in the entire world, and that is all the way up here. It's the city of Onara. I mean, there's probably better places, but this is definitely the closest to spawn. The reason why this location is so good is simple. It has access to a resource which not many other cities do, and it's a resource that you can make a lot of money with. It is of course hard wood, which is basically wood but harder, and we can use that hard wood and make stupid amounts of money. What's that, 5 more looters? Perfect, let's do the fight. Chase them down. Come on, Hobbin Rude, chase down the looters. So once again, a whole bunch of looters are now charging up onto my lovely men. Once again, they have to cross a bridge, but that's okay. If anything, that makes it a little bit easier for me. Oh yes, this is nice and easy. Lovely stuff. All the looters are now dead, and our bow skills actually increased to 25. Perfect. We even gained an additional prisoner. Lovely. Right, now I've traveled all the way over to the city of Onara here for one very important reason. It has very cheap hardwood for sale, but most importantly, it also has a decent supply of weapons, and the weapon we've been looking out for is this one right here, a Pugio. It is worth 261 gold, and it is actually one of the most valuable weapons in the game technically, although the game doesn't know how to calculate it. You see, when it comes to weapons, the way a game calculates how much a weapon is valued is by how much damage it does. A Pugio here is a throwing knife. Consequently, it's not very valuable because it only does 28 cut damage, and the way a game values how much damage a weapon does, it takes the first type of damage it does, in this case swing damage rather than thrust damage, meaning a Pugio is a garbage weapon which should only be worth basically nothing. The only issue is the Pugio isn't actually just worth that much, because a Pugio is actually made using some of the most high value resources in the game. It contains fine steel, iron and wrought iron. Now what we're going to do is smelt some charcoal very cheaply using 2 of our hardwood, and then we're going to smelt down this Pugio which cost us 250 gold. Immediately we've discovered some new ways of making weapons, but most importantly we've turned the Pugio into some much more valuable resources. Now the other thing we're going to do is smelt down the weapons we stole off of the bandits and take a look at some of the weapons we can make. Now the weapon I really want to make is a javelin, but sadly we have no way of making a javelin until we actually unlock one of the shafts of a javelin, which will take a decent amount of resources. Until then we need to find a way to actually make money via making weapons. Now as I mentioned, the best way to make money off of a weapon is to make sure that it has a very high base attack damage. This is where the game gets a little bit broken, because it basically means that no matter how fancy a dagger is, you can crank everything to the maximum. Because the weapon's damage is based off of this number here, the thrust pierce damage, it's only ever going to be worth as much as another cheaper weapon which does 35 thrust pierce damage. This means that sure, crafting this dagger would be lovely, and we can use up some fancy steel doing it. There we go. We can use up a whole bunch of steel making this, including 2 fine steel. Oh, look at this lovely dagger. The only downside is this dagger, which would take 157 skill smithing to actually make, is garbage in comparison to a piece of trash. The piece of trash I'm talking about, of course, would be this 2-handed axe, or technically it's just a hoe, because this does 62 base damage, making it twice as valuable as that crappy dagger, but this time it only uses cheap crappy crude iron. But in order to get crude iron, we're going to need to melt down some weapons. Now, I recommend buying throwing daggers because once again these are very cheap to buy and have good resources inside of them. They're cheap to buy because they don't do much damage, although technically they're good weapons, and just look at that, they're filled with iron. Now we're going to melt down some iron pitchforks into some crude iron. This is going to be what we're making our 2-handed axe out of, and for the time being we're going to have to sleep because we don't have infinite endurance. Now that we've rested for a bit, it's time for us to forge our first weapon. We could make this awesome 2-handed sword which does 41 thrust pierce damage, however this sword is actually garbage. In combat, 2-handed swords are incredible because they have high swing cut damage, but when it comes to smithing they're not actually that good because the weapon is sold off of its thrust pierce damage rather than swing cut damage. If you were to change the head of the sword to something which only is able to be swung, like say this long falx blade here, then suddenly the swing cut damage can go up to 130 and there is no thrust pierce damage, meaning this is one of the most valuable weapons in the entire game, despite technically not actually being too difficult to craft. But anyway, in order to train ourselves up, we're going to start making some lovely hoes. So this will have a swing cut damage of 65, and the way you level up your smithing skill is not actually doing a whole bunch of smithing or complicated smithing, it's simply making a valuable weapon. And I now going to also make a one-handed axe just because I think it will gain a little bit more experience even if it's not too fancy. There's a bit of money to be made here. There we go, 2 skill points in smithing. That wasn't too bad. But the main reason we're doing this is just so that we can unlock more parts. The more parts we unlock, the better. And we can even sell this axe for a little bit of gold. It's not too much, but it's enough to keep us healthy. Now, in order to make more money, I'm actually going to take this mission of Army of Poachers because it will give us a little bit of gold. Now, the thing is, you will eventually hit a snowball in smithing where you just make infinite money with every single item you smith, but until you hit the point where you can craft the specifically mega broken weapons, it's basically RNG of waiting until you unlock the best parts. Now, I need more weapons to break down, and for that I need to kill looters. Although there is a metric ton of looters running around, it's a slightly too large a stack than for me to actually be able to solo them. And what I'm trying to unlock is actually points into leadership so that I can pick up the raise the meek bonus so that all of my crappy troops gain experience, meaning that I can auto level them up to archers without ever even having to take them into combat. Right, now I need access to some more crappy weapons, and so for that I'm going to travel all the way down to Danustica. Although actually there's some looters here, 6 looters, I can take that. If I'm able to take out this party of 6 looters, then that's some additional weapons for me to melt down. Oh beans, mountain bandits, no, mountain bandits, we're not ready to fight you. Here, let me pay you to let me go away. 167 gold down the drain, but I'm afraid it's necessary because fighting mountain bandits with only myself is not a very smart thing to do. I risk losing all of my men, and that's something that we can't have happen. And lovely, inside of this city there are 2 Pugios for sale. Now, as we know, Pugios melt down into some of the best resources this game has to offer. At the same time, you can kind of see just how broken the economy of this game is because you have narrow swords here, which are technically very decent weapons to have, but they're being outvalued by these bearded axes because they do more base damage. 83 cut damage in comparison to 70 cut damage is a very big evaluation. This is 58 cut, so it's only 1,941. This here is 83, meaning it is 7,000 gold. Trust me, there's a balance in there somewhere. So it's time for us to smelt down our Pugios into some lovely high level resources, and now it's time to try and make an actual very valuable weapon. Now, the interesting thing about what I'm about to make is it's going to actually be really cheap. This is a 2-handed polearm, which is effectively a sickle on the end of a stick. But this sickle on a stick has 59 pierce damage, which is a lot more than the short simple pike head. It's even more than the short simple spearhead, and it's even more than the Takamanashi steel leaf shaped spearhead, which uses some of the most expensive resources in the game and only has 37 thrust damage. Well, we're no longer doing thrust damage, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing swing pierce damage. So we shall be able to craft what is effectively a farming utensil, yet it will be valued at quite a high level. Oh, we've leveled up our smithing and even gained a level ourselves. Perfect. Also, I'm going to be investing my level 25 of bow stuff into dead aim, so that all bow troops in my army gain increased archery skill. This is very important. Alright, I'm now going to create a lovely one-handed axe with 58 swing cut damage. That's leveled up our little smithing a little bit more, but most importantly unlocked a few more items for us. What I'm really trying to unlock is the hammerhead of this wooden mallet. The reason why is because this is one of the cheapest items in the game to make, and yet it has some of the highest blunt damage this game can process, meaning this weapon here is stupidly valuable for what it is. The issue is I haven't unlocked it just yet. Alright, I'm going to craft a 2-handed sword now, which will hopefully sell for a little bit of money. There we go, we gained 3 skill points in smithing. We're almost at level 50, which is where you want to be, because being at level 50 means you'll discover more and more smithing templates. Anyway, let's sell this 2-handed sword and this crafted mace. We're making a little bit of money, but it's not as much as I'd like to have in the bank. Oh no, my goodness, we've gotten very lucky. We've just unlocked the first setting in the 2-handed sword, which actually massively increases the thrust pierce damage of the weapon. So there we go, we can now reach 47 thrust pierce damage, which might not sound like much, but trust me, this is actually kind of huge. Alright, let's craft up this bad boy. There we go, 3 more skill points into smithing. We're now level 49. We're getting pretty close here. I can sell that sword for $1,000 as well, so we've now made a tidy profit. We're up to 3,000, and we'll just wait here for some time, and then we'll have to buy up some more weapons to melt down for resources. Oh, there we go, we finally become level 51. Perfect, that's exactly what we want to have. So we can now sell this weapon for a nice 963, and most importantly, we've now unlocked Curious Smelters, so we increased the rate at which we learn new designs by 100%. Now the snowball of smithing can commence. Alright, time to forge yet another 2-handed sword. There we go. That will unlock a nice few additional bits of crafting components for us, and we also get to sell this bad boy for some money. There we go. Now what I've done to cheese the system is I've just smelted this bent razorhead, and as you'll notice, there's a whole bunch of things just being unlocked on my screen. The reason why is because, as I mentioned, weapons are calculated based on how much damage damage they do, and this bent razor head does a stupid amount of damage. Look at that, 136 swing cut damage. Swing cut damage is completely and utterly broken. Consequently, we've just unlocked 1,000,000 parts and created ourselves a weapon which, let's see how much it sells for. Oh, it's worth 87,000 gold. Our character is basically just level nothing, but he's just from crafting that one weapon gone up to level 123 in smithing. He is now effectively a god of smithing. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're going to make it so that he can learn new designs even faster, and he also has a chance to create a fine weapon. But yeah, we're just going to be bombarded by all the things that we've just unlocked on our screen for like the next millennia. Because we've gone up a couple of levels, we can now invest additional focus points into our bow skills, we can upgrade our endurance an additional point, and now when we enter into the smithy, there'll be a few more things unlocked. All from this one lovely, stupidly broken razor head. Oh, it is just fantastic. And we're going to need more steel if we're going to want to make another weapon like that, and of course, best way to make steel, ladies and gentlemen, is to melt down your fancy throwing knives, because they are full of steel. Although actually, we should probably do the ultimate trade deal. So for this trade deal, we're going to buy up all of the horses in the local town, because, you know, we need the horses to carry goods, and also so that we can just teleport across the map really quickly. So we'll buy all of that. We'll also buy these expensive weapons here. We're then going to go down to the fancy throwing knives, and we're going to buy as many throwing knives as we humanly can. We're then also going to buy a whole bunch of grain, meat, butter. We can buy a whole bunch of additional beer, some fish, some cheese. We're basically buying as much as we can because it's going to make our men very happy. And then we're going to simply sell them our lovely, incredible javelin, and we're going to get 27,000 gold. They don't even have enough money to complete the trade deal, but it doesn't matter. There we go, we're now up to 30k. All in all, I'd say that was a brilliant trade deal. Alright, now because we have all of these horses, we can now cross the map at a speed of 6.2, which basically means we can effectively fly. We're going to head on over to the next nearest city to buy up all of their fine steel so that we can craft ourselves another one of those fancy blades. Alright, and now that we're at this local town, we're going to once again buy their lovely Pugo, along with the Ziphos and, you know, the simple bastard sword as well. Now let's enter the smithy and smelt down that Pugo. Now that it's been smelted down, we can go into the lovely two-handed polearm section, find our lovely insane weapon with a bent razor head, or we can even upgrade the shaft a bit. There we go, that'll increase damage even further. Swing cut damage of 154. Don't mind if I do. Right, now this is looking very jazzy. Let us create this mega blade and forge. Perfect. 227 weapon reach, which adds basically as a multiplier to the thrust pierce damage and the swing cut damage, and we've created ourselves 15 additional points into smithing and a whole bunch of lovely bonuses. Oh, we've unlocked the mallet head. There we go. Oh, perfect. Now the mallet head, it's not the same as the hammerhead, but it'll do. It's a good start. Now the reason why it'll do is because mallets are a brilliant way of making stupid amounts of money. First, we're going to have to buy out this entire town supply of hardwood, as well as also a few more horses to carry just all of our resources. Now, two-handed maces are brilliant. They have fantastic reach and decent blunt damage. So we're going to be crafting them, and they're going to be generating us a nice few little bits of resources. It's not going to be as good as if we had the actual hammerhead, because this is an insane weapon which you can make a stupid amount of money off of, but still, a basic mallet is still a decent amount of money. Now there's a mission in this local town which is to simply escort a caravan, which of course I'm going to do because we'll get paid, but most importantly this is going to hopefully increase our influence, and it also means we get to stop by many different little cities, and these cities will hopefully have access to some of the resources that I'm looking for. And I'm going to make myself yet another two-handed polearm whilst I'm down in the south on this trade mission, and there we go, an extra 26 points into smithing. A whole bunch of new items have been discovered. Can I make a javelin yet? I can make a javelin! Yes, the money making has arrived! Oh my goodness, right. Javelins are the way to make immense quantities of wealth and guaranteed profits. Now that two-handed polearm that we crafted has technically broken the game and become the most valuable weapon that this game has ever seen. This weapon is valued at 106,996 gold, which is the most gold any one item is able to be valued at in this game. Now, what kind of weapon is it? Well, it's pretty basic. It does 140 cut damage, 45 pierce damage, and has a length of 186. Statistically, it's not actually as good as this, but yet it is. Because the way the game runs its calculations, this is the much better weapon and so is infinitely valuable. Now I'm going to be equipping this two-handed polearm so that I can annihilate people whilst I'm on a horse, and I'm going to be selling my super duper fancy stick whilst also buying up this town's entire supply of horses, because horses make me go faster. And there we go, we did our mission. We escorted the merchant caravan and got 2,400 gold. Honestly, I don't particularly think it was worth it, but it matters little because we can now generate infinite money. So here at the lovely city of Lycius here, we're going to effectively start printing wealth. wealth, as it's time for us to make javelins, ladies and gentlemen. Now, javelins are very cheap. They don't cost many resources. For example, this head here, it's only going to cost us 1 iron, and it's going to do 77 pierce damage. Make that now 84 once we've increased the size of the pine shaft, and now we have ourselves a pretty formidable weapon. It's only going to cost us 1 iron, 1 hardwood, and 1 charcoal. Basically nothing. But because it does so much pierce damage, this weapon is actually incredible. There we go, we've just gained 2 points into smithing, gained a whole bunch of lovely bonuses. But what really makes the javelin so spicy is the fact that they sell for so much money. This javelin, which cost us 3 crappy resources, sells for 12,000 gold. So we're going to sell it. And now we've found the source of our infinite money, because we can now convert 3 simple items into being very expensive items, which are worth a lot of money. Oh, there we go, 18 points into smithing just by crafting this one weapon. And you know what, we can craft it a second time, and we're bam, 14 points into smithing. Our smithing is now up to 198. This is insane. Oh, these 2 pole arms that I've created are just insane. Just the amount of money they're worth is absolutely stupid. Alright, now I think it's time for us to return back to the Imperial lands, because the upgrade tree for Imperial peasants is very simplistic, and it's very easy to turn them into archers. So as fun as my adventures into the steppes have been, and as nice and profitable as they've been, I think I'm quite excited to get back to a land where you understand the true value of a peasant, and that value being, well, just about nothing really. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I've just spoken to Hobbin, and he's told me that he has a lovely one-off special for all of you. For the first 8,000 people who like the video, guess what? Hobbin is going to go into their house and rob them blind. He's going to steal all of your possessions, and then he'll melt them down and turn them into javelins worth more than the entire GDP of France. That's right, you can lose all of your personal possessions for just one simple like on a video. What a great deal it is. Remember, a failure to do this will result in Hobbin just taking all of your belongings by force anyway. Back to the video. Now, before I go on my rampage of building an army of archers, I'm going to build one last two-handed polearm. This is one heck of a monster, and it's going to really do a huge amount of damage. But as you can see, it really doesn't take that many resources to make this bad boy, and yet it's the most valuable weapon in the game. Just look at that bad boy, it's beautiful. I can make a second one, why not? Perfect stuff. I technically have 2 ways of generating experience for my men. One way is to quite simply sit in a town, but in this instance I'm going to be escorting a caravan which is trying to fall into a trap by these mountain bandits, and then I'm going to move in and rescue them. Now, after that one engagement, all of our regular infantry can now be upgraded into archers, which is just absolutely incredible. Right, now I'm mostly just going to be training up my armies on a whole bunch of looters around here. It's going to take a long while, but the levels will be good. I mean, our army composition at the moment is now 14 archers and then 6 random peasant infantry, and that's built up quite a formidable force, because these 14 archers will be able to take out these 9 looters no problem. I won't even need to necessarily get involved. Just look at the legendary Hobbin Rude. He's got his lovely little hood now, which makes him especially jazzy and extra formidable at fighting. Anyway, archers, loose all your shots. Take out the lovely looters. Ah, look at them go. I even gained points in tactics from doing this. I mean, they're not the most accurate, but honestly, it doesn't really make much of a difference. And if a couple of peasants get hit in the process, then a couple of peasants get hit. Now, what we will do is we'll always make sure to run our infantry around so as to bait the shots out. And there we go. Glorious success. None of our men died, and we dropped the entire enemy force. Ah, now what's this? Villagers fighting looters. Now, this is a perfect opportunity, kind of for all the wrong reasons though. Now, the reason why you should always join in battles of villagers getting attacked is very simple. It's so that you can train kind of infinite skills. I mean, this works generally on a much larger army of actually heavily armored men, but we can demonstrate it here as well. Now, after all of the looters have died and we've gained some lovely bonuses, we still have 43 arrows lying around. Now, we can use these 43 arrows to increase our bow skills even though the battle is done, because there's a ton of horses just sat here, and the further away we are, and provided we can do damage, we can gain experience. So there we go, 36 damage delivered. There's a horse even further away. Headshot, there we go, good stuff, 75 damage. But the person we really want to aim for is that one random peasant, because that one random peasant isn't going to go anywhere. There we go, we hit the peasant in the head, and there we go, we gained a skill point in bow. from just shooting our one friend. Oh, and he's tragically died. But it doesn't matter because we gained experience. Look at that, we gained a point in riding. Oh, yes. So if you basically go into a battle with a very large allied force, what you want to do is bring a whole bunch of arrows, wait for the battle to end, and then murder your friendly forces so as to gain stupid quantities of levels. Anyway, that was a glorious fight, and we've saved the villagers. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in a short moment's time after I get my clan rank up to level 2, which we just need 50 renown for, so we're almost halfway there. Oh no, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the battle where I'm going to be able to train up all of my lovely archery skills, because a whole bunch of tribesmen here have decided to join me in a fight against just 18 looters. Oh, it's perfect. It's exactly what we want to see, because these poor looters aren't going to be able to win. So I'll just quickly run around, swing my sword a bit, you know, just the basic stuff, casual several hundred damage every swing, and there we go, the battle is won. But now that the battle is won, I have 47 arrows here, which can be used to generate glorious experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a nice distance from the actual large group of men here. Most importantly, I'm going to be standing behind them so as to do more damage. And now what I'm going to do is train up my archery skills by simply lining up a whole bunch of shots and firing into that massive crowd of people. There we go, bow's now up another skill, and as I hit a random recruit over there. Ah yes, this is a lovely sweet spot. We can just keep on plinking our bow over here and generate a nice large amount of experience. Lovely stuff. I mean, our riding skill and our bow skill are just increasing at a terrifying rate. Doesn't actually even matter that I accidentally just murdered someone from the allied side, because it doesn't affect any relations. This is simply just accidental friendly fire. Oh my goodness, and there we go. After that battle, my skill with the bow has gone up to level 45. Lovely stuff. What a glorious good fight that was. So welcome back to now my favorite demonstration of how to effectively gain immortality in this game. So very simply, we're fighting 26 mountain bandits. These are some pretty decent units. If we were to have an actual fair fight, they'd probably actually do some damage to my men. But the most important thing is we're not going to give them a fair fight. And that's part of the fun of it all. You see, for some reason in this game, at any moment in combat, we're given an option. And that option is to press the retreat button down here. So how to gain immortality is actually very simple. All we're going to do is wait for our archers to unleash their first volley. Here it comes now. Good luck, archers. Plink some good damage into the enemy there. There we go. We've killed a couple of them. And now that the enemy's starting to get close, all we're going to do is press the retreat button before the enemy has time to actually throw, say, a javelin back. So we retreat our party after murdering about 5 of the enemy men. And you'll notice there we go. They're down to 22 mountain bandits. We've got 21. And we can just go back in and attack again. Absolutely nothing has changed. If anything, we're actually on an even better starting position. And now the enemies have to once again charge us. You see, especially when fighting against an enemy that cannot fight back, we are effectively immortal, given the fact that we can continuously reload every single engagement by pressing the retreat button. So in comes the waves of the hillmen, very spooky men. But now that they start getting nice and close, there we go, they're prepping a javelin. Oh, we could have pressed the retreat button, although they are actually starting to run away of their own accord. Yes, I don't think a retreat is necessary. Good stuff. Now you might be wondering why I chose now to do another Mountain Blade Warband video. Well, it's partly because they sent me this lovely little gift box with some lovely Mountain Blade goodies, including maps and pins and all that. It's just absolutely lovely. The only issue is I've accidentally exploited them, so I received 2 of these gift boxes when I was only actually meant to receive 1. So yes, because I was given 2 lovely goodie boxes, I thought it would make some sense for me to actually, as an apology, break the developer's game for them. Now, as part of my idea to generate more renown and more profitabilities, I've started my campaign of robbing from the poor and giving to myself. And as part of that campaign, I've raided a massive quantity of villages owned by the Southern Empire. And consequently, that means I've technically gone to war with them, meaning not only can I take their castles, but I can also attack their random caravans. So I've attacked this caravan here, guarded by 37 men, which is immense. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to absolutely cheese the balance of this game, which should take this fair fight, which we would probably lose, and make it into a guaranteed win situation. You see, what I'm going to have my men do is I'm going to have them stand in a loose formation. Now I need to get the enemy to attack, because as soon as I activate them, we'll be able to win. So in order to get them to attack, I just need to land a shot on the enemy over there. Oh, and there we go. Now that I've murdered one of their men, the enemy army is now going to begin its attack run. And because it's beginning an attack run, we're going to be able to begin Operation Cheesy Cheese. So with all of my archers lined up, they're going to start unleashing volley after volley upon the enemy cavalry. All I need to do is simply stay alive. Oh my goodness. I just need to live and have a couple of these cavalrymen taken out. Oh goodness. Oh. Now this is very spooky. Now it's time for us to hit the retreat button. The reason why is because the enemy cavalry has made it into our lines, which is dangerous and risky. There's a chance we could lose an archer there, so we need to restart this attack pattern and probably position my men into a better location. But luckily, by restarting the attack, we're going to be in a completely different bit of geography. My goodness, just look at this. Alright, I've got my lovely wall of archers lined up now. All I need to do is get the enemy to come over here and test it. And so in order to do that, I just need to activate their cavalry. Now, technically, I can have as many goes at this battle as I like. I mean, the enemy isn't ever going to attack me because they're too scared, and even if they did, I could just immediately restart. But this technically would allow me to solo every single one of these soldiers by killing them from range like this. And there we go, I've killed one of the caravan masters, and that's going to cause the enemy cavalry and all of their soldiers to kick into life now chasing me, which is exactly what we wanted, because that now means the chase can begin. And as part of the archer only strategy, we are now going to bait all of these cavalry troops straight into the lines of our archers. Good luck, archers, you know what to do. Now, so far, we haven't lost a single archer, but that could change at any moment, and so now's going to be a good time to actually kickstart our formation as the enemy infantry is starting to pull in. So I'm going to hit the retreat button now that we've massacred probably about half of the enemy cavalry, and that's going to allow us to set up for our third attack on this group, but this time our archers are going to be in a much more comfortable position because all our archers get their health reset, and we once again get to position them on a lovely hill. Right, time for me to go attack the remaining 10 cavalry. Oh wait, the remaining 10 cavalry is coming to us. Lovely. This time the AI wants to play aggressive. Now the good thing about all of our archers is that a lot of them are very high level, meaning we have no issue with dealing with the occasional horse attack. Oh wow, there we go. They're just all dealt with. And now the archers start coming in, and well, that's going to be even easier to deal with. Oh, and there we go. The entire enemy force is now dealt with. We've won the battle with only one casualty, maybe two, I don't know. And they were our own player characters, so that's hardly an issue. Yes, two of our companions were sadly wounded, but otherwise that's a glorious success for us and a huge amount of renown. And all we had to do was play completely dirty in order to win that battle. Yes, it was completely and utterly fair right from the moment when we decided that the enemy were no longer allowed to actually reach our lines. Oh, what a glorious fight. Oh my, and what's this? A local enemy lord is coming to fight. Oh, this is perfect. Now this local lord has 31 men and probably does not want to fight us. The only downside is my army is faster than his, and so we will catch up to him on the open plains and immediately try and attack him, because this local lord is going to be giving us a whole bunch of experience if we manage to take him down. Oh, and look, some prisoners are ready to be recruited. Perfect, look at that. We now have 46 out of 46 men, comprised of entirely ranged units. Oh, this is just beautiful. Sorry, enemy lord, I would not like to be you right now, but I need your renown, for I need to get my clan tier up higher. Ah, hello, Debana. What is this? Yes, do I know you? Brackets default should not appear. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's an early access game. Hello, I am Hobbin. There we go. So you've made quite the name for yourself. Yes, you know we're at war, surrender or die. You've no wish to fight me. I do not care. Yield or fight. Lovely stuff. Let us now attack a truly upgraded force of an actual military army led by a count who probably holds a local castle or village. Well, we're going to be decimating this army. Right, now we're going to just mostly move all of my men back a little bit so that we can position our archers up on this lovely hill. All that's going to matter is that I deal with these incoming horses before they cause a little too much chaos for my liking. It shouldn't be too difficult because, as I say, my archers are very good at holding their own. And there we go. The enemy leader has just been dropped in battle, meaning the enemy forces will charge wildly into our lines, which is exactly how we like it because that means they have now lost. Just look at all of these shots rain down. We're going to be taking no casualties again, aren't we? Oh, I'm so sorry, enemy force. You were really not designed to fight us. Oh my goodness. It's a massacre, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute massacre. The power of the ranged only army knows no limits. Just look at it. It's like a verified machine gun unleashing on the enemy. Right, they've only got some crossbow boys left, and I'm pretty sure I can deal with these crossbow boys very easily. Sorry, crossbow man. Oh, that was nice and easy. So we get 3.3 renown for that. Come on, that was attacking a proper army. Only 3.3 renown? I'm gonna have to attack more peasants, aren't I? Oh, what a perfect fight that was. Very fair and very balanced. Man, what's this? A random lord has just exited this castle with only 8 troops. Oh, well, this is something. I can jump in onto this. And there's another lord there with 70 men, so I'll be fighting 78 troops. Logically, a fight I have no chance in winning. However, I will not be fighting fair, will I? You think your 78 men will be able to stand against my highly trained force of 44 archers? I wish you a swift death, my friends, because it is not going to be pretty. Right, now logically we're going to immediately run everyone as far back as we can because there's a nice hill over here and the enemy doesn't really have any cavalry, so we don't have to worry about that. Right, there we go. Yes, I can see the enemy formation over there. They have one cavalry unit, which I can only presume to be their lord, and then a whole bunch of infantry. Oh, that infantry is going to get decimated. As soon as it moves in range of our archers, we can technically retreat whenever we like, but even if it's a war of attrition, I have infinite reserves. Oh, and we can shoot really far across the battlefield. So the enemy is doing an interesting strategy of running its 17 ranged units out into the front, where it can be shot at first. A bold strategy to be sure, one which I'm sure will pay off. And here come all of the shots now. Look at them go. All of these lovely fancy infantry of yours, I'm sorry, they're not going to stand up against this many shots. Oh, and here's the enemy lord. Right, let's deal with them. Oh, but what's this? The enemy infantry are getting close to our positions. Well, it's a good thing I can just press that tactical reset button. So let's press that now. Seeing as we lost our 2 baiting companions at the front to the enemy infantry, let's hit the restart. Now we're facing off against 29 men with our 42, and this is going to be a lovely easy battle. I mean, I don't understand why this was even allowed in the game. There's nothing about this is fair. Right, let's reset our archers to a lovely position, and once again the enemy is now moving in for its attack. We can cause additional chaos by simply running into the back of these infantry, and that's going to cause them to turn around and face us, and in doing so they now present their back to our archers and all immediately get dropped. Oh, what's this? The enemy are fleeing. I've won the battle. Oh, enemy, what have you done? You coward. You choose to run from battle? Wow, you just teleport out of the battle. Well, that was a glorious success. Oh, a whole bunch of renown for that one, of course, and another glorious battle complete. Oh, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate renown farm. A troop of 98 soldiers has now attacked us. The odds are not in our favor here. This is all boss, and we will fight him to the last drop of our blood. This is going to be the fight I've been looking for. He's a bit upset because we've been raiding his little village, but using the power of cheese, we're going to be decimating his army by not allowing any of his men to even get close to us. Now, luckily, he only brought 5 horses with him, which means he's not going to be too difficult to try and counter. Right, and away our shots go, and immediately I need to throw myself in front of the enemy so as to get a little bit of a distraction off. Not that I need to do much. All I need to do is basically have my presence known, and that's going to allow my archers to get in a lot more than they really should. Now, the infantry is about to reach my lovely archers, and so I'm going to hit the retreat button before I lose any of my men. And so far it's been a good first fight. We've managed to drop the enemy numbers considerably, and in return I think we've only lost 1 soldier so far. Yes, just 1 casualty. So let's go in for our next attack. Now, for some reason the poor enemy thinks that their archers are better than mine, which has gone very poorly for them, and so their main archer force is now routing. In fact, most of their army appears to be routing now, whilst getting shot in the back by a whole bunch of my archers. I think so far we've had 2 casualties, and I'm not really sure what the AI is now trying to do. Are they all entirely trying to retreat? No, there's no way. But just look at all of the arrows on the field of battle now. This is just terrifying. Where on earth is the enemy going? Are they just running off the map now? They've had enough. Yep, they're going for the retreat. Okay, I guess that makes sense. And there we go. We defeated the entire enemy army. We've won the battle. GG. 22 of them routed, so that's 13 renown for us. All in all, I'd say an absolutely excellent fight. I mean, that's what you get for attacking a force much smaller than your size, but a force that knows very cheesy exploits. And what's that? You've handed me one of the highest level cavalry archers in the game just for free. Oh, well, don't mind if I borrow that off of you. What a lovely fight that was. Very fair, very balanced. Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. I've finally managed to get my elite group of archers up onto the walls of this settlement. It only took about 100 arrows to the knee, but Horin Rude has managed it. We've managed to capture this settlement using only a whole bunch of archers sat in a lovely position so as to give us as much of an advantage as possible, and of course we glitched out the AI a metric ton. That really did help us. I mean, I feel kind of sorry for the AI in parts because they don't seem to really know how to function. Oh no, I say that as I just get cut down. Oh well, my remaining archers will surely be enough to actually win over this siege. I think it's just the occasional crossbowman standing around now. Oh, there we go, we won. Oh, we won the battle. How much renown is that? 35 renown for that victory. 12 men sadly died in this siege, but that's a sacrifice I am more than willing to take. We took out a garrison over many battles of about 150 using only ranged units. This is really something, my goodness. Oh, right, now we control the castle. It is ours. We've done it. Oh my goodness, what a glorious fight. All right, we're going to wait at this castle for a very long time just so that our army can slowly rebuild itself. It's going to be a while before the enemy actually decides decides to come along and try and siege us, but until then we'll be very comfortable. Well, here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me sit down in my lovely chair, but my goodness, just look at this smug sausage right here. Horin is quite simply one of the greatest archers this world has ever seen, but most importantly, he's led so many powerful armies that he is invincible, mostly because he continuously retreats as soon as the enemy gets close. But from this point on, we can defend the castle forever, because whenever the enemy chooses to attack, all you have to do is simply have your archers up on the walls. As soon as the enemy gets close enough to mount any ladders, just simply press the retreat button and then they have to start all over again. But it's even worse for an attacking AI army because they're often slow, get stuck on terrain, and can easily be glitched out. Anyway, I hope that I've been able to show off today just how overpowered an army comprised of only ranged units can be. So this game's balance has been thrown a little bit askew for this latest update, but that's all okay. Anyway, I've absolutely loved playing Bannerlord today, and if you've enjoyed watching me, then feel free to give the video a like and hop down to the comment section to tell me what your favourite aspect of Bannerlord is. Also, I've been pondering what video to do next. I've got a few fantastic ideas. You want to A, see the return of 100 Statman, B, discover yet another fantastical Minecraft exploit, or C, a lovely Fallout 4 exploit bestowed upon us from the lovely Todd Howard himself. Anyway, it's all up to you, so hop down to the comment section and vote. Anyway, as always, a massive thank you to each and every one of my majestic sausages who make up our lovely group of Patreons. Seriously, thank you very much for sticking around and helping us out, and most importantly, thank you all for accepting my latest change to the Patreon, which is to basically convert it into a corgi dumping ground where I can post all of the lovely pictures of my brand new corgi Georgie, who is absolutely adorable. I mean, just look at her. She's got such a cute little face. So yes, that's what I've been doing with the Patreon. Sorry. But hey, if you're new here, then do consider subscribing, and also if you wonder what video you'd like to watch next, look no further than these ones on screen now, hand chosen by myself to hopefully be absolutely perfect for you. I think all of these videos are lovely, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy them as well. So I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day, and goodbye for now.